Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Global All Stars / Nope, we never say that.
I think we can.
Welcome to IMHO.
In my global sexual opinion,
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis. P. Bevels. The P today stands for petty, incredibly petty. I still haven't been paid.
It's not funny.
And I got this morning an invitation to an onboarding to work at this company. And I had to, I'm not kidding you, spend an hour doing, first of all, the same information I've sent them twice.
It's not funny. Stop.
It's not funny, but I had to do all this bullshit. And in the middle of it, somebody ran into a telephone pole in my neighborhood.
Oh no, are they okay?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't ask?
Well, I wasn't there.
Wow.
But what I was there for was all of the power in our neighborhood went out. So I'm in the middle of doing this onboarding for a job, a company that I don't even work for. And I had to leave and go to a Starbucks and go finish that. And then watch 3 episodes of Global All Stars.
But not buy anything, just be there and
no,
take their
I had already bought coffee, so I felt compelled to buy another one. And that might be part of why I was so angry. I'm boycotting this company.
Well, luckily you don't really have to worry about it till you're 65.
Yeah, I'm boycotting this company. I'm not doing drag until they pay me. So I do apologize. I'm going to have some extra fun stuff for the Patreon members. Patreon, I love you. You guys... I'm so obsessed with you, so there will be something special in addition, but I'm sorry, I'm not, for queer people everywhere who get taken advantage of, I will not be doing drag until AARP pays me the money they owe me.
And to stand in allyship with you, I'm not going to do drag for a week.
Thank you.
I mean, I will be going to Chicago and I'll be busy, but it's because of you I'm doing that.
Thank you.
I'm very conscious of how difficult life is in general, but then to add on top of it money stuff, I know that that's so stressful.
Look, and it's not...
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
I'm really sorry.
No, thank you. It sucks. I mean, it's exacerbated by the fact that I'm horrible with money.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it.
Well, we're Americans.
Right. It's also exacerbated by the fact that it's my first summer in a new place that I thought I could deal with just my little AC. I can't. I'm going to fix it all. I'm going to be better with money, but I'm not
I will buy you an air conditioner.
No, okay.
I have been begging you.
I would love you to.
Great.
Okay, but
done.
If you know what, could you just deposit the money into my account? Because I've got some
I will
bills
buy you an air conditioner and I will give you money.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
How about we do that?
Okay.
Come here.
No.
No, listen. I will say, I'm only doing well because Curtis's commercial is taking off.
Well,
Thank you to everybody who keeps tagging Curtis when you see him in the commercial. Isn't he cute?
Oh, isn't he so cute? I'm also so prideful. I fucking hate
That's a deadly sin.
shit like this.
It's a deadly sin.
Like in high school, we got a new principal. I've told you this story.
Principal player.
There was the TAAS, the TOS test, the Texas Aptitude Scholastic Test.
Correct.
And you had to take a practice one every other year from 2nd grade to your junior year when you take it, and then you're done. And I got a new principal named Dr. Font.
Really?
His name was Dr. Font, and he doesn't deserve that name because fonts are cool, some of them.
What font did he use in his email?
Wingdings.
Oh, fuck.
He came in and he said, I want you to take a practice test. And so the deal was you take your TOS test your junior year, you pass it, you get your parking spot in the main parking lot senior year. I had nothing going for me. They weren't going to do a musical my senior year. I was destroyed. The only thing happened to me. The only thing I had was that parking space. And then Dr. Font came in and he said, we're going to make you do this test and then you can have your parking space. I said, absolutely not, Dr. Font. Excuse me, doctor, if you're even a doctor. I've already taken my test for the parking spot. So I'm getting my parking spot and then we'll see about your stupid little test.
Give me a little bye-bye birdie.
And then I said, Mom, they're doing this test today. I don't have to take it. So I want you to come pick me up from school, sign me out. We're going to go somewhere. And for some reason, she was down. They turned my mother away from picking me up. I did not take the test. I freaking, what am I doing right now? I protested. I drew a smiley face on it and I turned the Scantron in and the teacher was like, what is this? And I was like, I'm not taking this. And she was like, okay, well, you have to stay in class. And I was like, no, I don't. My mom's here. I'm going to go get her. And she was like, no, you have to stay. I was too scared to actually do anything about it. So I just sat there and pouted. This was before phones. Okay.
Before internet.
And they turned my mom away. I still got my parking spot though, and I did not take the test, which is how I know I will be paid, and I will never do corporate bingo again.
Well, don't say corporate. You'll never do old people bingo.
It's
Listen.
6 in one, 10 in the other of if I'm even gonna ever do drag again. Because if they never pay me, I'm never doing drag again. Do you understand?
Wait, is that a promise?
Yeah, I vow.
Hang on.
Okay.
I gotta write a nice little email. Now, listen, it's awful, and
I know that there are so many worse
Sure.
things in the world to be
Sure.
upset about, but this is where all my anger is going right now. The anger that I'm feeling about everything else in the world, I'm channeling into this.
I think we all cope with stressful situations in our own way, whatever we're most used to, whatever has provided us with as much safety
Yeah.
as we can get. I think your coping mechanism, which is completely understandable, is outrage. And
Yeah.
I think you do it really well. Whenever I feel that energy coming from you, I know it's just you trying to cope. And I just want to be of any sort of service, any sort of help I can be
You're very,
to help in
you're
those
very
situations.
sweet today.
Well, because I get scared of you.
What, of me?
No, not of you. No, I hate that you feel this way. Here's the thing, is right now it is so frustrating. And if I were in your shoes, if I were barefoot, I would also be so upset. However, tragedy plus time equals comedy. It is very,
yeah.
very funny.
No, for
that
sure.
When you feel like it can't get worse, this old people company trolls you by sending you a 20-page document to fill out. That's funny.
No, of
It's
course.
horrible.
Of course I understand that.
It's funny.
And the entire neighborhood's powers go out when I'm trying to do it. Of course I understand
someone
that the
died for that.
I don't know
and
that they
that's
died.
more important.
I don't know
to
that
talk
they
about.
died. I did finish it. And then actually someone emailed me and say, oh yeah, you don't have to fill all of it out.
You're on a list somewhere. In that building,
I have
Alexis
done
Bevel's
something
picture.
to really upset these people.
I know.
Thank God I overcharged them.
And you know what? You undercharge them when I hear everything that they're making you do.
Yes.
Listen, I support you fully, and I think you should quit drag. All right. Speaking of quitting drag, don't you sometimes wish that some other drag queens from all over the world would quit? Not these, but some of them. So now let's head in. I can't do transitions. And
Do you want me to do it? Do you
I'm
want
an
me to do
ally.
it? Do you
I'm an
want me to
ally.
do it?
Yeah, please. Sorry.
Speaking of quitting drag, no quitting in sight for this production company. It's another franchise of RuPaul's Drag Race. This time, Global All-Stars. Let's get into it, because we're going to cover 3 episodes, and we're going to move pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's nothing really to talk about other than what's on the runway. So let's just get right into it. The opening ceremony, Eleganza. Let's start with our hometown queen. And by hometown, I mean home country. You've heard of it? Mm-hmm. Alyssa Edwards. It could be called Global All-Stars. It could be called Alyssa Edwards Meet and Greet. Either one is going to do the same thing, which is feature Alyssa Edwards. She is a goddess. She is a legend. It's kind of the same thing with Canada versus the world. When I saw Kennedy Davenport and Alexis Mateo on it, I was like, this is a little too legendary. It feels like there should almost be a level just right below all winners, like legends. All-Stars Legends or something. Anyway, so Alyssa Edwards is killing this. This entire competition is hers to lose. To quote Bussy Queen.
Oh, you're going to quote BQ?
BQ. I saw this on Twitter and it made me laugh. I guess she said in her video, Alyssa Edwards, the reason for the season. And that's quality BQ.
Oh, that's
That
funny.
is classic BQ. Because she's the reason this entire thing is happening.
So here's my initial thoughts after
her
watching
legs.
just the first one, but I did watch all 3.
You did. I'm
Yeah.
really proud of you. With the power out.
With the power out, well, I had to go to Starbucks.
Imagine sitting in a Starbucks
Yeah.
watching Drag Race. Is there anything worse?
I do like the pageantry, and I love the seeing the nods to everyone's countries. I think that's fun.
I loved this setup. I loved that it wasn't we're
Yeah.
just entering the workroom and reacting to everyone.
Thought it was weird to have a weird question and answer in the middle.
That made me laugh though.
Okay.
Because it was so stupid that for me, part of me, it seemed like they were saying, look, it's like a pageant. We're doing a pageant segment, but actually it's Drag Race, none of this matters. Because if you're doing a pageant for Global All-Stars, why would Jamal Sims ask you a question? I'm sorry.
No
Love
disrespect
him.
to Jamal Sims.
So hot.
He's
One of the
so
hottest people
and
in the world.
so nice and
So
wonderful
incredibly nice.
and deserving
So
of
wonderful.
everything.
Deserves
it just
it
seems
all.
like a strange.
Why was he there?
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Let's
Sorry.
talk about Lyssa's look. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tessa Testicle. Oh
I loved it.
my God.
I loved it.
For the most part, I love seeing her.
She is really stunning.
She grew up. She glowed, I think is what the kids say.
Well, and I think they filmed this before her season of Germany.
What?
That's a little joke about how long ago this was filmed.
You know what? I can't see your hilarious facial expressions.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And no one will. You guys, I'm sorry. I've been living in a space of anger all morning.
And you know what? Stay there.
Okay.
Let it fuel you.
Everyone, no more comments about we'll be too nice. We're being too nice.
No. She's going to be super mean. So anyway, fuck Tessa. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I
love Tessa, and I loved this look. I thought it was breathtaking.
I thought it was so cute. Mugler inspired, beautiful. So What a Muse, love, cool. I love the hands. I love the French.
Swat Muse, there's just a lot of finishing elements that I didn't quite see.
Well,
if I'm gonna say something, I should say a full sentence. Sorry. It's just this. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Queen Kong looking pretty. I love this hair.
I know, it's cute. I mean, it's like a flag
kind
of
of thing.
thing.
Oh, it's like a flag,
I don't always love
and
the flag stuff.
Is that an elephant on her shirt? On her,
Or is she just happy to see us? Also, incredibly hot.
Incredibly hot, and can I just say, I would love to hear her read a very long book. Like, I love her voice.
With a lot of R's.
Her voice sounds beautiful. Atina Likis?
I don't get it. I don't have to get it.
Beautiful. I like it.
Yeah. I love Brown.
Miranda Labrao. I love her. And I love how excited she is to be here.
Listen, the first season of Drag Race Brazil was a mess.
But it was
wasn't
also
the girls'
really fun, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't the girls' fault. I love the girlies. I was so excited to see Miranda there.
Yeah, me too.
She's so weird and conceptual. I do think...
And beautiful.
I do, yes, but I do think that that's going to cause an issue. Not among the viewers. I think viewers are going to eat her up, but silly little judges.
Pythia, I'm so excited to see back.
Okay, my favorite thirst follow.
Yeah.
She's so hot.
Yeah.
She is hot.
I love how they were doing the kind of like redacted world music competition style like postcards of them in their home countries out of drag. Yeah. And when that came out, I was like, oh.
Yeah, follow her on Twitter. You'll see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I love this look. It's incredible.
I love it. It's
her
so
style
beautiful.
is gorgeous.
Oh, it is kind of maple leafy, but it's
her
also
style is like artistic, campy, and polished.
My boyfriend taught me how to play Baldur's Gate.
Okay, here we go. How far are we into this?
So it's Baldur's Gate.
She brought up the boyfriend.
Hey.
Wow.
Today is our 1 month boyfriend-girlfriend. Yeah. We're gonna go.
That's exciting.
We're gonna go play pool and darts after this, and we're gonna see if we still want to be boyfriend-girlfriend.
What? What do you mean?
Well, it was a bit, I was like, we should do a 1 month check-in.
Okay.
And he was like, LOL, that's funny.
Okay.
But I am going to be like, I'm obsessed with you, and I love you so much.
But he feels the same way.
He said L first to me. And then
You're easy to
and
love.
then we decided,
You're hard to
he
like.
gets my humor.
Oh, sure.
And then we decided after our 1 month, if that goes well, we're going to move to 3 months. And then we'll do every year.
I've only met the boyfriend in passing, however, I feel so good about that.
Me too, yeah. I'm obsessed. I'm
so
obsessed
happy
with him.
I'm so happy for you.
I've never dated someone where I've been like excited.
Been loved.
Felt loved. Yeah. Gulliver. Oh, is this nice?
This is all I've wanted for you because your life is such a disaster because of the wrong body thing. Stop.
Oh. Galavaro, absolutely stunning. I loved it.
Oh my god, it was so great. And oh my god,
she's so fucking sexy.
I'm so happy that everyone is thirsting over her.
Yeah.
She's so hot.
I didn't know she was a doctor, professor, scientist.
Well, it's because we're both former doctor, professor, scientists, and we haven't seen her at the meetings, which is strange. No, she looks great. I love this look. It's very Mexico. It's gorgeous. She is a flat hair girly, though. That was one critique I had for her season.
She is Helmstever. Don't have it. I don't have it in me to care at the point.
Don't, right.
Eva La Queen.
My queen!
Eva La Queen, stunning in her Terho look.
Beyond.
Absolutely gorgeous. Pearls.
Here's my hope.
Oh, pearls!
My hope is being on other franchises will bring more eyes to Philippines because the Philippines is superior.
I'm so excited for people who don't watch Philippines. Oh my God, I would love to. Philippines is superior.
Yeah.
Pretty much in every way.
And you can see that in
And you can see
look.
this in who they have gotten to represent.
Then we have
Nehelenia.
Nelenia is how
Nelenia from Drag Race Italia. Famously a series we have definitely covered.
Yeah. Oh, I love how pizza.
Did you see that meme where the Smurf was naked on the couch?
No, but now I'm hard.
Okay, let me find it.
No, don't look for cartoon porn under a sheet. It's too real.
It's just Twitter.
I don't get this look. I don't think I'm supposed to. I love it. It's so stupid. It's art. It's too much. It's silly. It's what is happening. I will say that this first episode, I wasn't sure about her. But then when we got to her talent show and then how she performed in the ball, it's a butt.
Is this movie your butt?
But yeah, I'm excited for her. We loved her on her season. Remember when she did the lasagna challenge and she put rhinestones in?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Rhinestones lasagna.
Then we have Kitty Scott Claus from the UK.
Yes.
Cute.
She's so cute.
So cute. I would have preferred a big hair. Sorry.
Oh, I like the hair. I don't mind the hair.
With that skirt, I want to balance. Also, this was filmed before she got all skinny. Have you seen her lately?
Yeah, she's
tiny.
I
My
like it.
culture is not a costume.
I like it. I'll accept it. I'm sick of I'm sick of this. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm obsessed with her, but I don't want to see
UK
any
look.
other version of like UK Guard or whatever.
Well, but they had to. You're
Yeah,
representing
that's totally fine. But
she should have gone as
it's done after
Queen
this.
Elizabeth's ghost.
Can we be done after this? Corgis. Well, this was filmed
could have
when
gone
Queen
as
Elizabeth was
Corgi.
still alive.
Yeah, but she was basically a ghost towards the end.
Yeah. Vanity Vane from Sweden, season 1.
Her face,
Beautiful.
unmatched.
Her hair. It's like a
Her hair,
reindeer.
I think they strapped it to the top of the airplane when
I
they
don't
were
love this
flying it
dress. I don't really understand
the dress, the hair.
it.
It's all a mess until we got to episode 3. She was also one that I was very on the fence about, and she has a lot of talking heads. So I thought, oh, she's going home first because she has a lot of talking.
Yeah,
heads.
but she did have really cool.
Her face is gorgeous.
My pearls.
It's so stupid. Her face is absolutely gorgeous, though, and I'm excited to see more of her face.
Yeah. You guys, let's talk about...
The Global Glamazon Talent Extravaganza.
Are we going in this order?
Let's just go through all. Is that okay? This is not in the order it was on TV. This is the order of the internet.
We're starting with Alyssa Edwards. She's funny, she's high energy, and she has that flash dance moment with the water.
She's on another level. She is production. She is...
She's
water,
pageantry.
She's pageant. Yeah, this is
good.
stellar. Then we had Queen Kong.
Queen Kong, I loved her song.
I wish I could hear the words.
That's what I said. I was wondering if
crazy?
it, like, the volume was low
I
on her
adjusted my
vocals.
sound bar. I was, sorry.
I know.
I have a sound bar. I couldn't hear a word she said, but she was amazing.
I loved it, yeah.
Loved it.
And I love the dancers. I like when she said, "Sit down, colonizer, please."
And I'm already sitting.
Yeah.
I love when she picked one of the dancers up. That's funny. Never been done before.
Yeah.
Won't be done again.
Is this Athena?
Yeah.
Athena Likis? Athena Likis? Okay, I wrote sexy, dumb, burlesque with genuinely impressive reveals. The wig,
sudden reveals.
the sudden titty reveal, the dress going away, like vanishing in thin air. Really cool. I enjoyed watching this.
I think burlesque on the Drag Race stage is really hard to do. It just doesn't translate well on TV. It wasn't my favorite, but bringing out inflatable, wacky waving tube men with Michelle's face on it.
Funny.
Michelle's face from 20 years ago.
Funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Was it great? No.
Kitty Scott Claus doing a live vocal immediately made me nervous because not the girls, the show never gets live vocals correct.
Right.
There is got to be they do it on The Voice. There's got to be some way to do this to help the girls sound better.
They do it on TikTok. She was doing a Blackpink where when Blackpink does live performances, they sing over their own vocals. So that's automatically kind of an odd setup for this format.
Yeah.
However,
but she was wearing pink.
The start was bad, but once it got going,
it was so
it made
cute.
Me laugh. When she said, live, laugh, key change, and they
key changed. I love
what
this
do I worry
song.
about? Nothing. I wish the beginning had been as fire as the end.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a rough start and it made me nervous, but through that,
the drama
through that, I loved the song. Kitty's got bars. Speaking of bars, Miranda LeBrow was hanging off one, and I gotta say, enjoyed this. It was funny and cool.
What was the thing with her hanging up her robe and then screaming?
Don't know, but I love her.
And where did that wig go?
Don't know.
I think it would have been way more impressive in person.
For sure, but I thought...
But it was cool.
That just the music itself made me laugh.
There's a Miranda issue. I love her, but there's a Miranda issue with her zippers. I know this is so niche and so intense, but all of her zippers are exposed, and it drives me bonkers.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's dumb. You know what? I'm keeping it in.
Soa Demuse. French cabaret star.
French.
I thought this was really cool. This would have been another thing I'd like to have seen live because I bet it's really cool in like a dark club. It was a weird choice for this stage, and I also think the wig was a weird choice.
Yeah, her hair throughout this series thus far has been pretty tough.
But ultimately, I did like the song. I thought it was cool. And it was like her kind of echoing, screaming with herself.
Her being French helped me understand the song. I enjoyed when she ripped her clothes off and started dancing with ribbon dancing. That was incredible. The first part, yeah, I mean, sure, I could see what she was going for. My favorite part of it, though, was they kept cutting to the judges for their reaction, and you can tell every single judge was thinking, I need to look like I'm really into this. You know, because, like, for the most part, they're just giggling and laughing the whole time, but this one, they're like,
Yeah.
That was funny to me.
I think that's the end of the first episode.
Why don't we just do all the talent
Do we just do all of them?
Why not?
Okay, cool. Next up is Vanity Vane. Okay, this wasn't a live vocal.
She was lip syncing with the microphone. Though.
Loved her voice.
Yeah, no, her voice is incredible.
I loved her voice, and I love
she
anytime.
Should be Queen of the Universe in the past.
Anytime anybody has a bed on the stage, you know, I saw that one production.
A little demon came out.
Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake, where there was a huge bed and all the gay swans were on there, and they were dancing and then going on the bed. It was very erotic. And so that reminded me of this. And anytime there's a bed on the stage, I think that's fun.
Yeah, the vocals were wonderful. I think Kitty probably should have done that. And when a demon comes out from under your bed, doesn't it make you horny?
Oh my God.
The winner for me,
the queen.
by a mile. Eva
La Queen.
Now, she gave me very Irene to start. I'm going to show you how to make rice. I was like, oh fuck. We're in for it. Here's another how to pour water. This is not going to be funny.
Okay, but making rice is really hard without a rice cooker.
No, it's not. Nope.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Well, I've never done it successfully.
Oh, it's hard for you.
Thank you, yeah.
Okay. But she starts that, and then she's like, well, what do I do while the rice is cooking? I guess I'll sword fight.
Yeah.
So she starts sword fighting her backup dancers, which is a union problem, and she will get a letter. And then a dragon comes out.
And she fights that.
Slays the dragon.
Goes
Khaleesi
back
style. To get her rice.
Khaleesi doesn't slay
revealing,
the dragons.
oops, she didn't plug it in.
Yeah.
Which, isn't that like a woman?
That's so funny.
They cut to the girls watching, and Alyssa Edwards is hopping up and down in her seat, clapping like a toddler.
That's one thing.
She was so excited.
Yeah, that's one thing I was not prepared to enjoy seeing. Is usually I don't like watching all the other stuff, but it was fun seeing everyone interact with each other and seeing everyone get to chit chat and meet for the first time.
Seeing everyone get to meet Alyssa Edwards and praise her in person was great. It definitely makes for an odd workroom situation, but
it's a beautiful workroom.
Gorgeous workroom. RuPaul comes out of a globe.
That's kind of cool.
What the fuck? Amazing. I love that workroom.
Why are we seeing...
They're in Colombia.
Did you notice the gap behind those bars in the back of the runway? There was a gap, and you could see the curtain didn't go all the way to the ground. You could, like, see equipment behind there. Why are we doing that? And why did, when Katie put her one thing on there, the rail fall off? What's going on here?
Well, that was funny, and I do think that they were just telling Kitty that she needs to lose weight, and it worked. Also, what?
I don't know about that one.
Oh, okay, sorry. I apologize. Sure, there are going to be little set issues, okay?
That seems like a weird big one
to
be
Columbia.
On the runway.
They're busy. Do you know, Columbia, they have to make coffee. They have to make universities.
Where are my pearls? Okay. Galavaro.
Hot.
In a polarizing performance. Very sexy, very hot. I'm very attracted.
I did want them to, and I don't know if this is a thing that happens in poll. It's been a while since I've been polling. I did want them to, like, look out at us at some point, like, connect with us at some point.
Yeah.
It just felt like they were just very, I'm on the pole, I do this next, I do this next. I just wish there was some sort of pageantry to it.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what there was a lot of pageantry in?
What?
Nilania.
Oh, my God, I
Pop
loved it.
Princess. Was she
Loved
singing
it.
live?
No. But
No.
that was her voice.
But that was her voice. It was so freaking good.
She was so cute.
And then she did Lord of Light. She did Flame Sword at the end.
She did Fire.
Random, but so fucking good. All denims.
And that's dangerous. Climbing the stairs.
All denim is
with
dangerous.
A fire
Canadian
sword.
tuxedo when you're not even from Canada. That's crazy.
Well, to do that right in front of Bethia, that was kind of rude.
Balls.
Actually, I loved it. This was incredible.
I loved
This
her.
This is when I fell in love with her, and now I'm fully on board.
Speaking of Bethia, she read to children. Now, listen, I
would never.
I know I'm taking a break from drag. Reading to children.
Disgusting.
There is nothing more dangerous.
Disgusting.
And we have to get this out of our country.
Kids have too many verbs and adverbs as it is.
No.
And now we're going to read more into their brains.
They could be spending that time learning how to like hide in corners, build forts out of desks or whatever for, you know, when the guns come.
Yeah.
We can't have drag queens reading to children. Actually, we shouldn't have books at all. I'm with them. I think we should ban them.
You know, my mother-in-law's book club that she's in is a banned book club.
Yeah.
So they just read banned books from schools.
That's so funny.
But it's hilarious.
Yeah.
The books that they're reading, Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Okay, well I'm on there. I'm on
there's
there.
a lot of cum.
I'm
Royal
on their
cum.
side. Yeah. A lot of oral.
But this other book she was reading was called
Oval Office? How about Oral
Blended,
Office?
and it's just about like an interracial family.
Well, can I tell you, my one brother-in-law, I forget his name, but he is an English teacher / librarian.
Nerd.
And his school district near Kansas City, in a small town near Kansas City, Missouri, they banned over 100 books, and then they passed a law that's like, you can't ban a book unless you've read it, but nobody wanted to, the school board, none of them wanted to read any of the books. So it really threw a wrench in their book banning system. We're working with them to get that fixed.
Yeah, and if
you should not have to read a book to know that it's banned.
And if you would like to donate to help people ban more books in Kansas City specifically,
just send it Venmo to IMH at Alexis Bevels on Venmo. And if you put AARP in the tagline, I'm serious. I'm boycotting drag until I get that amount.
You should boycott AARP for sure. But drag? No, I'm sorry. You're right. Absolutely. Sorry. I don't want to derail that. That was incredible. Okay, and then finally... Oh, we didn't even talk about if we liked it.
I liked it. It was so cute.
It was so cute. You know what it was that killed me, though, was her animations. I was
her animations
really
were so
excited
cool.
to see what the pages were going to do.
Her voice was... Yeah. That was really cool. And it was something different. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that.
And she pulled a crown out of her butt. I think it was Miranda said... Sorry, I wrote it down. It made me laugh. I will always love a queen who pulls a crown from the ass.
Finally, Tessa Testicle. She did a weird... I couldn't tell. I kept thinking, like, if this was any other queen, like your Katya's or your whatever, like, I wonder if they would eat it up because it's weird.
You know what it is?
Will you tell me?
During the credits chat, we'll go through it. I asked patrons what they thought, and we got some really great thoughts. So we'll go through that in credits chat. But the ESL girlies are at a disadvantage here. I think that's what makes UK versus the world and Canada versus the world work. Because, well, yeah, you're coming to Canada to be in their world. Like, you should be speaking English. You should be, like, that's...
Yeah, well, that's
this
kind
as a global all-star.
That's kind of what one of my biggest questions is. You have such a brilliant opportunity to showcase some of these judges from these different franchises.
Why are all the judges American?
Why are all the judges American?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I know they're having guest judges from countries different, but
it's also, well, they haven't yet.
Well, yeah, Dano's from Mexico.
She's not a judge.
Donna. No, I know.
No, I'm saying they should bring in the judges.
That's what I'm saying.
That
like, it
makes
should be an
sense.
imposing,
and
oh my
God,
God,
have
like
Rogers.
6 people. No,
Why
I love
was
Matt Rogers
there.
Well, that's not his fault.
No, I love him, and he's brilliant.
I love him. And, that was filmed a long time ago. He's having a hard time.
They should
last summer, famously.
Why?
I don't know. I think he talks about it on his podcast a lot.
So sad.
They should have it to where, you know how in some, like, futuristic TV movies, or even just some, like, regular court, everyone's way up high on a big circular, like, behind benches, and there should be, like, 6 of them. And maybe RuPaul's in the middle. She can still be, like, grand high, whatever.
Oh, like the 100. from the UK.
No, not quite like, but more like scary. Do you know what I mean?
The 100 can be scary.
Okay,
imagine singing in front of a
not
wall
to talk about
of 100
not
people.
to talk about, but like the Ministry of Magic.
Look at how pale that's getting.
Yeah. Tattoo removal.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm a millennial who's getting the tattoo removed.
God. Are you okay? Is there carbon dioxide poisoning? What's happening?
Still got anger.
Right.
Can I tell you, I worked most of it out though. I went swimming.
You did?
I went swimming.
How'd you get out of the pool?
Oh, steps.
Oh.
I tried, still can't do it. But I did do the steps.
Any progress is progress.
I touched the bottom. I touched the bottom with my hands.
Really?
And then I got dizzy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you went too fast.
Yeah.
All of that is
I
to
think
say,
it's to have more different judges.
her sense of humor is very testicle in Germany. And I do think it's a disservice to anyone who's not an American queen to be performing for only American judges. Did you just burp under there? How am I dialed into your noises?
It's because you listen to them all day.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Anyway, so
Let's
I
get
felt
into
bad
it.
for her because something got lost in translation.
It's one of those things that's like, if it was being shown to us differently, couldn't this be like a weird, funny, like she's weird? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the runway for the first episode. It was Garden of Eden themed.
I love that theme because Bible.
I think the apple's rotten, right? Do you want to do it? I think the apple's rotten right to the core from all the things passed down from all the apples coming before. Boom, boom. I said the apple, that's a magical night. You wanna find this? Oh, scary makes you just wanna drive. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
TikTok.
Alexis.
Yeah.
I love your nails.
I'm out of... Okay.
First we have Galavaro.
Hot.
I liked this take.
Cool.
White. What?
Before scientists figured out that poop shouldn't have, radium in it,
Yeah, it took them a while to figure that out.
all the poop on the dog poop would turn white.
Oh, she's Garden of Eden shit.
Yeah.
But hot.
Helena. Oh, she had a reveal and she ripped her wings off and became a demon. I gotta say, I liked it.
I gotta say I didn't like it. The wings were wonky.
You hate wings.
And I hate wings. You know I hate wings.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you what? Not wings. Maybe a heart
Bitch.
murmur. I get it. She was the demon. She reveals into she was the snake the whole time. It just wasn't for me.
Okay.
That's okay.
Pythia was the apple with the...
Obsessed.
Was she a worm or the snake?
She was the snake.
Yeah.
A worm would make no sense in this context.
Well, worms live in apples sometimes.
Not in the Bible.
Richard Scarry.
They weren't invented yet.
Well, when did the Richard Scarry come out?
God invented worms when sin was invented.
Oh. Tessa Testicle, a slutty.
I loved this.
Titties.
I loved this take.
Yeah,
I did.
funny.
And her body looked outrageous.
Although, is that a strawberry in her mouth or is it an apple?
No, it's the apple.
Oh, but the rhinestones make it look like a strawberry from
Well,
this
it's a
angle.
poorly rhinestoned apple.
Eva La Queen.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, stunning.
Those things, that's not hair, that's not fabric, that is coconut fiber.
Oh, wow.
That people, the Philippines, sorry, I'll stop saying it, but the Philippines top tier. Yeah, this look blew me the fuck away.
Yeah. Vanity Vein, not for me.
Oh,
Didn't love it.
girl. I do like that Michelle even said this is Fashion Nova in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Because it was, and then she revealed into what? A foreskin?
She's lucky that no one went home. Alyssa Edwards, very beautiful.
It is kind of funny, though, seeing the difference in world-class superstar Alyssa Edwards' wardrobe and then, like, working drag queens.
Well, they kind of
It
touch
does
on
feel
that.
a little silly.
They kind of touch on that in episode 3, which
Oh, yeah,
does
sorry.
add to
Yeah.
which does add to this conversation of like Alyssa Edwards meet and greet. Miranda Lebrao.
I loved this.
I did love it. I was confused about where the snake started and ended,
Right.
but I did love it.
I don't fully agree later on when Michelle gives her the note that there's too much fabric. I think that's kind of bullshit. I like that Miranda is this tiny little wisp of a thing, and so she creates a lot of her drag with her shapes, with the fabric.
Yeah.
But I do lose her body in this. And I think that's partially because I'm just so focused on where the fuck is that snake coming from?
Adam lost part of his body. He lost his rib to make Eve. Do you understand?
Women are a pain in the rib.
Thank you. Queen Kong, absolutely cool. Loved
Neck
it.
up, loved it. Neck down, I don't know. I get she's Tree of Life, but where did it go? She looks like a column to me.
Oh, yeah.
But her makeup and her hair is great.
She also, I don't know if she can help that because she's so, she's such a fit dude in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that she can...
You can pad your body? What are you talking about?
I guess.
And use embellishments in your costumes? Yeah, of course.
This is Athena Lekis. I'm really sorry. I'm going to get that name correct.
You don't have to. She's gone soon.
I like it. Cool.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really
sort
interesting
of
take.
Fiona Apple and Eve.
On a bathtub. Then we had Kitty Scott Claus. Now, I don't understand this.
She was a British rose.
She was the English rose.
She's an English rose. I mean, it's pretty. I would never say...
It's really pretty, but the prompt was Garden of Eden.
I wouldn't... I mean, she's got garden.
Right. It's like she read garden and she went, enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah.
I do love the look, though. I think it is gorgeous. I love the crystals. I just...
Yeah.
What is that, baby girl?
So at Demuse... It's like Matrix, Garden of Eden.
She was like...
Garden of Eden.
I don't know. I may have misunderstood this, but I think she was like the evil girlfriend of Adam. Is that a thing? I may have just made that up. Never mind.
Lilith?
Yeah. I think she's Lilith from Frasier.
So the next episode...
Money makes the world go around. Local currency, Eleganza.
What would you do for Adam? What would you do for Garden of Eden?
I would be the snake. And by that, I mean I would be naked and I'd just let my giant cock hang around.
Yeah. I think I would be Adam's rib.
That is funny. I would be Katharine Hepburn from the movie Adam's Rib.
Is that a real movie?
You want to be that movie and you don't even know that movie?
No, I want to be an actual bone, the rib.
Oh, I thought that was a movie.
God said, what body part can I make Eve out of? Oh, no, I'll take his rib.
Why the rib?
So he can suck his own dick.
You know, that was all a rumor.
Oh, Marilyn?
But I get it.
You know what I heard about him and that I spread like wildfire? I heard that he used to wipe his butt with Bible pages for after poopies.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard because they would be the worst thing to wipe with. They're so thin. You'd be touching poop through 1 John.
Well.
Up first, we have
Galavaro. I loved it.
Adored. I absolutely adored it.
Loved it.
She used her own face.
Top to bottom.
It was so fucking good.
So cool.
Well done.
Eva La Queen. Oh, she was a bamboo piggy bank and then it disappeared. And she was a dress.
I loved the reveal.
I loved it.
I thought the little gold with it was almost a white nude. It wasn't even really a nude. I don't know. I didn't love the materials. It did look a little cheapy to me. I wish she had used like coins.
Yeah.
Then we had Vanity Vane.
3 crowns.
How in the fuck did she go from Fashion Nova to Foreskin to this?
This is gorgeous.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Honoring the 3 crowns on the money.
3 cheers for these 3 crowns.
Now I'm on board. Yeah. Now I get you.
Yeah.
Until the next episode.
Tessa Testicle.
Oh my God.
So beautiful. So fun, too. Like,
when you take a hard object and you mold it to your body, I'm hard.
Yeah.
And molded.
Beautiful. And I love the styling of it with the giant lipstick and all of it.
Yeah.
Nihelenia, I'm obsessed.
Obsessed. She went from their old money
to euros, and she even had star in her wig. I'm obsessed with her.
I'm obsessed with her. I know. On the first episode, she's like, I was never in the bottom on my series. And then during the first episode, we didn't really get to know her at all. I just saw her first runway, and I was like, are you sure?
Because there's so many people.
But then when she did her talent show the second episode, I was like, yeah, I think I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah, I've got my eye on her.
Yeah, I love her.
Pythia, so cute.
She's Miss, that bitch that goes, she goes, she's that. Columbia, Queen, Madam, she was on Money Forever.
Madame Bovary.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought she's always looked so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the fact that she did it herself, extra points.
Okay, this next one, and I know we expect this level from her, but still, Alyssa Edwards as a gold card made me want to die. It is outrageous.
I'm gonna say it's beautiful. It's an outrageous. I'm excited to see Alyssa Edwards back again, and I'm excited to see all of her looks. But I didn't get gold card until she pulled that little gold card out.
Well, of course not. She's not shaped like a card.
I know, but I would have liked her to be.
I don't know. I'm living for it.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
It's
really gorgeous.
Well, we'll see in a couple. It's a gold that I think she made work with money. Miranda Lebrau, what a brilliant idea.
I love this.
To be all the animals on the money.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored it. The only small, tiny little note, I wish the dress had touched the ground. I wish we had never seen her feet. That is so small, though.
We saw so much of her feet in that acrobatics.
Yeah, she was like all up there, and it's like, okay, we get it. You have feet. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This gold. Queen Kong.
Queen Kong was also revealed into gold.
It was a cool concept, but it made no sense to me. At least with Alyssa, she pulled a credit card out.
It made no sense because it wasn't supposed to be cents. It was supposed to be gold.
Well, it didn't look gold.
Oh.
She even says in her talking head, like, this fabric is cheap, but it doesn't look cheap.
But
Yes,
she
it
is
does.
a drag queen, so
Yes,
it's okay.
It does.
It's okay.
It does look cheap. I love the idea because it's a weird, cool jacket. I just didn't understand how it fit into the category.
Yeah. Athena Likis.
I really liked it a lot.
Why did they blur out her butthole?
Well, her butthole wasn't out unless she has an upper butthole. You know, some people are born with buttholes that are really far north.
Yeah, like your coin slot?
My coin slot's in a perfect spot. It's where it's where I poop. It's where I let other people, like, look in. I do. We were at dinner when his mom was in town. We went to Anna Jack Thai, and the doctor that did my anal pap smear walked in.
Oh my god.
And we made eye contact, and I couldn't place him. But I was like, God, are you jerking off?
No, yes. He talked about your butthole, and I got
know.
too excited. No,
Listen,
I'm
that's
doing
what happens.
fan. I'm doing fan.
We make eye contact, and I can't place him. But he very professionally was like, and he kept walking, like, I'm not going to reveal myself as your butthole doctor. And then once he sat, I was like, oh, my butthole doctor. And I immediately said to my mother-in-law, that's the doctor who swabbed my butthole.
You know what would have been funny? You know what would have been funny? If you had gone up and said, I recognize you. Where do I know you from? And he said, please bend over and spread them. And then you say, that's where I know you from.
I do think there's some poisoning happening under there. I liked this look. I liked it a lot. I don't think the judges really vibe with her style, but I think this is chic as hell.
Yeah, me too. Soa de Muse. Oh, I loved this.
I loved this. She was paying tribute to, what was the exact place? It was somewhere in Africa. I don't want to just...
Martinique? No.
I don't remember. Anyway, she was saying that
Martinique's
like,
in France.
before the colonization, they were using those particular shells as money. And I love that, and I love the campy element of having a giant one on her head. Of everything I've seen from her in these 3 episodes,
This
has
is
been my
so
favorite
beautiful,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kitty Scott's claws. She's got coins all over her. I think it's pretty.
It's pretty. It's pretty, but like...
It's just coins.
It's just coins on a pretty
But I
dress.
love Kitty.
I think we can love Kitty and also want more than just coins on a dress.
Yeah.
Those were the first 2 episodes, so let's rewind. The first episode, the top 2 are...
Yeah, Queen Kong and
Alyssa
Alyssa Edwards. They got a...
Congratulations.
They have a Rihanna
girlies.
lip sync.
They Rihanna'd. I was leaning towards Alyssa because she's just an incredible lip syncer. But when Queen Kong barrel rolled...
Yeah.
That shook me to my core. So we find out Rue was also shaken because they tie. Which
That's
I
a
like.
tie, which I actually think I agree with.
And I love that because Alyssa was even like, this is a great way to start this adventure.
Yeah.
And then episode 2, the tops were Eva and Vanity. I don't understand why Vanity was in the top. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I thought
Her song was cool.
Nihilia.
Oh, it should have been, in my mind.
Yeah.
Her song was cool, but
Or
was
even
it the
Pythia.
best?
No, I think they were better, but I did like the song. And I do think she did good.
She has a great voice.
And I think that ultimately her look for that lip sync worked really well.
I gotta say, the lip sync in general was poo-poo
Just
caca.
okay.
Poo-poo caca. So,
We've seen better from Eva La Queen.
yeah. So Vanity did end up winning, but
Which
like,
is really good for
who
her.
won in the end, you know? Okay, episode 3 is the International Queen of Mystery Ball.
It's a ball, baby.
So the
It's a
3
ball.
categories are Boss Lady in Charge, She-Evil Villain, and then they had to make an International Queen of Mystery look.
Yes.
So
from
let's
scratch.
Let's just go through each girlie's 3 looks.
Okay.
Let's start with Pythia, and let's end with Pythia, honestly, because she killed it. Boss Lady in Charge, she was CCTV.
Surveillance.
Wow. This was
Yeah.
so incredible. The shoulders underneath the shirt, the perfect fit of that flare pantsuit. I was blown away.
The cams. She's a cam girl.
And then her Shivo Queen look. Are you kidding?
I'm not.
Are
I'm
you
not kidding
kidding?
about this.
This was so
It's
amazing.
so beautiful.
And then the look that she made, by the way.
Are you kidding me?
She made in a day. Her mystery lady. Holy fuck.
Red for Phil.
I mean, and you know she was so squeaky. You know she was so squeaky.
You know she was sweaty. Because you know she's got lots of hair.
Yeah, this... Oh, don't... gonna stop thinking about it.
Do you need to get under this veil for a second?
Yeah. Speaking of
Put
killing,
down.
Another killer queen here. We have, not killer queen, unfortunately. We have Alyssa Edwards.
Ooh, this was cool. This was Matrix.
Matrix, I loved it. I loved all the little LED lights. I mean, again.
I wonder what's in that little box.
That's money.
I wonder what's in that box.
I loved her bitch-ass bang. I'm not fucking with a girl with a bitch-ass bang.
Bump it bang.
Bump it. I love that her She-Evil Queen look was a reference to her Black Swan look from her season. Remember?
Yeah.
It was like a dragged up, well, she is in drag, a glowed up version of it. There was a bird living in her hair for no reason. I loved it.
Yeah. And then her look that she created is lots of tans and neutrals. I think it's pretty safe.
I love a
but it
tan
looks
and
great.
neutral. I love a neutral
Yeah,
look.
no, she looks great. And
Is
she's not a seamstress.
Is it an international woman of mystery? No.
I would say no, but...
Even if she was just carrying a magnifying glass, like, that would have been mysterious. Then we had Vanity Vane.
Vanity Vane. I love the first look.
Interesting. Elaborate.
She looks like Donatella Versace, Lady Gaga.
I love her face.
I love her face, yeah.
It looked to me, part of me, it does look like a Halloween costume.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I could go to a store and buy that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Her second look, her Evil Queen look, I don't understand what's happening.
She's the poison, maybe?
I don't know. The color of her legs, I don't get it. I don't get it.
The color of
But the makeup is cool.
Yeah, I liked her third one out of all of them.
Same.
Her third one was very...
The dress she made was beautiful.
It's like Madonna, Dick Tracy, like very...
And she even
vamp.
mentioned in her talking head Anna Nicole Smith, and that was the first thing I thought when I saw her.
Anna, glamorous Anna
And
Nicole,
honestly,
she's so
international woman of mystery, like, yeah, I could see this in Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
She's
seen
singing.
it in Dick Tracy.
She's singing it.
Yeah.
She's singing for Nelson.
Athena Leakey.
Athena Leakey's. I thought this was cool.
I gotta say, I liked all of her looks. I thought the first look was really interesting and fashion.
Yeah.
Her second look, I didn't fully comprehend.
She's like a
creature of the black lagoon.
siren.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite of the three, but I got it. And then the look that she made, it could have been oomphed up, but was this a bottom placement? No. No.
And she knows from bottoms.
Well, I've been one for 40 years.
Yeah. Speaking of I just gotta stand up. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I'm a swimmer now, so I gotta keep my body moving.
Well, yeah,
I gotta keep my body moving.
Then we had
Nilinia.
Nilinia. I promise I'll get it right. I'm obsessed with her. I can't say her name. Her first look,
very Puss in Boots. Derogatory.
Yeah. I didn't understand the head popping through. It didn't look like a choice. It looked like an accident.
Well, sometimes when you're dealing... Hold on. Oh, God. See, sometimes accidents happen and you can't do...
I'm just going to put a big censor blob over
No,
you.
don't.
Okay.
I was funny. Her second look is cool. She looks like COVID.
Do you remember... Who was it? Shangela did the big blow-up red darts.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the runway category was. It gave me that, but worse.
Yeah.
I promise I love her. I love this queen.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot that this wasn't like her best work. And then her
the third
Woman of
one
Mystery
looks like
I will say it's mysterious. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely none. But happy for her.
Let's move on to Eva La Queen. I like that her package had all three completely different colors.
Yes.
I love her first one. She's like a
Is she giving though like CEO of spy agency? I think she looks like Mother of the Bride.
Oh, or like fashion agency.
Although it did make me laugh on her talking over herself. She says, I know nothing about espionage, but I'm good at making fake accents and lasagna. I'm sorry, what? It was so funny. She was talking in the weirdest accent.
What was that Lady Gaga movie?
Gucci.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Oh, those aren't spies. Never mind.
Well, they could be. They're spies for fashion. Her She-Evil Queen look, pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
The scales didn't work for me.
Yeah, it didn't tip the
But
scales.
I did like
in
her little
favor.
voiceover when she did the voice and she was a lizard.
Yeah, and then her one that she made I thought was really pretty.
I thought it was pretty.
And she had a brush.
I don't like the red with that kind of nudie pink. And I wish the hair had been like longer. Like something about the draping. Seeing the draping, if there had been like long hair to go with it, that to me reads like very slinky and sexy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. This was not a great episode for her.
No. What do you think about Testicle?
The first two looks killed me. Her first look with the piping and the shape of her body.
And the eye.
The eye patch.
Yeah.
Crazy. So good. And then the second look.
The second look with the full reveal with the hat and a little slit through the hat was very
metal
sexy.
titties.
Metal
Yeah.
titties. And
those
then
first two looks were
her
incredible.
third look, she did have really long hair to cover up whatever was going on in the back.
So she's International Woman of Mystery. To me, I think the joke she was trying to make
Was
Miss Congeniality. Yeah. So being Miss Undercover. The fact that it was down around her waist made no sense to me. If anything, she should have worn it as an actual sash to cover her wonky boob.
Do you remember Miss Congeniality?
Wonky boob is cis, though.
Do you remember Miss Congeniality?
Wonky boob is cunt.
Do you remember Miss Congeniality?
Yeah.
Do you remember the man in that?
William Shatner.
No, the younger man. I want to say he...
Julia Roberts' ex.
Is it Lou Diamond Phillips? No. It's not LDP. Hold on. Who is it? Oh, Benjamin Brandt or something like that.
Brat.
Benjamin Bratt. Thank you. Oh, Brat Summer.
Yeah.
Oh, green. There's a scene when he's eating a donut at her and she can't have any because she's trying to lose weight because of the
She's got to
pageant.
be. Yeah, she's got to be skinny. Otherwise, she won't be pretty.
That's
the world we live in.
I've never wanted to be a donut more.
You happy about that, America?
Usually, I want to eat the donut, but in that scene, I wanted to be the donut. That man. He can Brat Summer
You know
me.
that guy that got shot in the opening scene? The agent that got shot that she got in trouble for?
Oh yeah.
I want to be that guy. I just want to rest.
Okay, let's talk about Queen Kong.
This first look, this CEO. The more I looked at it, the more I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, her hair and her face are unmatched. It wasn't exactly a coat. It was like kind of attached, but it wasn't. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Her second look, I thought
Was more Garden
of Eden, right?
Yeah.
How is that an evil? She doesn't look evil at all. The
And
look
then
that she made.
her third look.
I like it.
I'm proud of her that she likes it. I don't love it. I don't love it.
It is very much like, I'm not a sewer, but I can make this one look. I do like how she embellished the top. I do like that. It seemed like she almost even kind of stuffed, or at least draped it in the back where it looked kind of 3D. I liked that a lot. I loved her anal bead hair.
Galavaro. Please excuse me. I need the fan.
Oh.
Galavaro. I loved this.
Okay.
Wait, you don't?
No.
Well, okay. Well, I like it because it looks like she's windblown. She kind of looks like a character, like drawn. The second one is sexy. And the third one, how did she make that coat?
You know what? The first one just didn't connect with me as like a CEO of a spy agency woman. It was more of a woman in a windstorm. I just didn't get it. Her evil queen look I liked a lot because it was so hot. I wish that the teeth had been a little stiffer because when she turned around,
oh yeah,
it took me a minute to realize that those were teeth. I like the idea of it.
And I wish they wouldn't blur out her butt.
Oh, you can Google it.
Because they blurred out her butt in between the teeth.
You can Google that shit. And then her final look, I thought was really impressive on its own. I think when she started to take off things, it got less impressive. Because I like the look.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like
I wish she just kept it all on. Up next, we have Miranda.
Miranda Labrao.
Listen, she was a top for me. So hearing her be in the bottom is when I was like, okay, we're watching Canada. Got it. Okay, that's the judging we're doing.
That's the thing is, why do this if you're just going to have 3 American judges and, like, why do this?
Her first look, she was Carmen Sandiego. No notes.
Cool.
Brilliant.
She was face.
Second look, she was face. I saw online where someone had said that it was a Brazilian TV show character kind of thing, that she was, which if we'd had a Brazilian judge there, maybe they could have helped us understand that. But I loved it. It was so fucking weird and scary. And then her last look was one of my favorites.
I did like, the only thing I didn't like about it was when she turned around, the cape was pretty much just a square. But I loved the front and that it was like covering her face, and she made those
She's
cool
the woman of mystery.
Eyebrows.
She had like little eyebrows.
She made Miranda
and she had a full
eyebrows.
thing over her. I'm sorry. This makes no sense to me. I thought it was great. And she should have been in the top.
Yeah.
Fight with your mom.
So the Muse.
Now, she was fighting with this wig. The wig won, ultimately. It did not...
She likes a bit of green in her wig all the time.
Why was there so much head? That wig was made for a second grader.
She was like a droid.
I liked that part. I liked when she went like that.
I do like her second one.
Yeah.
Because I love the coat. I love the fur. It's like very Jon Snow.
And it very much immediately gave me Evil Queen. Her final look, though, bless
Not for
her
me.
heart.
Yeah.
I will say, though, she did continue a theme throughout all.
Yeah.
She is robot throughout all.
She's, yeah.
That's great.
Kitty, Scott Claus.
Mama.
She's Ellen in the first one.
She's Ellen and B. Arthur. Come on. You look awful. What is this?
Yeah.
Kitty, we love you, but this was a huge miss. What is this?
Yeah, Missy Scott Claus.
There's no jewelry. There's nothing.
Hey, that's my thing. She was fire titties, which was cute.
But is that an evil queen? She looked so friendly.
She looked like a fembot.
It was funny when Rue said, oh, she's going to burn someone's eyes out with that. Get it? Because my eyes are up here. You get that? Because the fire was coming out of her tits.
I thought her third one
was silly.
Was silly, but what's going on with the wig?
Listen, this for me was a bottom placement. This was a very clear bottom
I
placement.
I do feel...
And you should.
Kitty, out of everyone on the show, would come in and fit right in with us. Like, I feel a kinship to her.
Yeah, I love her.
I feel a friendship with her.
That's because we're close to Shez.
And because we're best friends with Shez. She did give me her number. I have yet to call it because I don't know what time it is there.
Yeah.
So I feel for her because I am biased towards.
But the problem is we can be biased as viewers. It seems to me, bottom me, that
global me,
the judges are biased to her as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm so sorry, but there's no way this is savable.
Again, speaks to why isn't there a variety of judges on that? Why isn't it a giant committee of judges?
I admit that I like this format way better than the UK versus the world and the Canada versus the world. Yeah. I would prefer them to just have their own all-stars and this be the only global one that we do. However, if that's the case, we need to include people from the other countries as the judges. Like, and it should not be more.
Anything,
every cast member. Sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
I'm so sorry. No, I was just going to suggest, like, if anything, they should maybe have saved an all-winner season for this. This should have been all the winners from all the different.
Yeah.
Not that I'm so happy to see all of these people and meet these new people, but I wonder if maybe it's like, why are you doing this if it's just another versus the world situation?
Well, I love that there's only one person from each country. I think that is
really
fabulous.
Cool.
Carry that over to the judges panel.
Have
like
a
you said, let's do a committee. Let's do a larger panel.
Yeah.
One from every country, so at least they can explain the fucking references.
I want my Barbie on there.
Oh, I want Barbie.
I want Barbie on there.
I did see on one of our patrons said, but you know that like Rue wouldn't dare have another host.
That's the thing,
she doesn't want to be out.
Do it to where Rue can still be the center. It's not like she does much. I mean,
no, I know, but like I get how they're like. She's like, I'm not gonna have another host on here.
No,
like,
I get it, but it doesn't make any sense because it's not.
No, I know it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. It's a poorly constructed. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so the winner is Pythia.
Yay!
Well, by a mile. The bottom two, unfortunately, are Sal and Athena. Again. Soa. What did I say?
Sal.
Sal's kind of cute for a baby girl.
Or a pig.
Oh, true. Athena should not have been in the bottom. There's no reason for her to be there.
Yeah, it felt weird.
And unfortunately, they do a lip sync to Olivia Rodrigo's song that is a lot of words.
Yeah.
Such an odd choice for a lip sync song, and Athena leaves.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been in the bottom to start. And then she gets kicked off first. It makes no sense.
That doesn't make sense, yeah.
None.
But we're in it. This is a new season. This is a new franchise. It's a new way of life.
We're learning and growing.
New attitude.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience, and we hope that you stick with us for Global All-Stars. We're going to continue to travel the world.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to complain. It's what we do best.
Yeah.
And eventually, we're going to watch Alyssa Edwards get crowned, because that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com.
We're on Cameo.
IMHOtheSHOW. You can get a Cameo from both of us.
Merch, dragqueenmerch.com.
Drag Queen merch and your search for clothes with drag stuff on it.
Bye. Okay, for credits chat, I did want to go to our patrons.
Jesus Christ.
I posted hey guys, What'd you think? And we got quite the responses. I will say, just to summarize, the overall...
Wait, stop. Oh, was all that in?
Yeah, but I'll put a censor over you.
Okay.
And then we'll include the wait stop.
Just leave it in the censor.
The overall consensus is kind of what we had said about this is very English speaker leaning, especially with comedy challenges and stuff. I think we're all in agreement that, like, the setup of this show is a little off.
Yeah.
Salvatore said, I wish they didn't go back to the 40 minutes for Global because the runways are way too short. And I completely agree. Like, especially during the ball, it was like... And I have this, and up next, like, we didn't get to see anything. There were even, like, moments where it wasn't until the judging that I realized there was even an issue with the garment. Because I couldn't see it. I agree with you, Salvatore. Grayson had a pretty good take. Grayson said, yes, the favoritism is there, but that's to be expected. It's RuPaul's Drag Race. He always plays favorites. That's, like, kind of the whole point.
Oh,
I gotta say, girly.
You got us.
You got us. We look stupid.
we look
stupid,
absolutely
Grayson.
stupid.
We look stupid. Oh, Colin said what I said. Or did I say it because Colin said it? Did I read this? Hang on. I don't know, but Colin, sorry if I stole your idea.
Call in and
Colin
tell
said
us.
the same thing. I understand the difference between this and Versus the World, but I also don't. I wish we just had more of this format and let other franchises have their own all-stars. And I completely agree.
Oh, yeah.
Sean said something I think we can all agree with. I think Tessa being messy is the best thing on Global All-Stars so far.
Messy testicle.
I love Messy Testicle. I love how RuPaul seems to hate her name. I love how, I think it was Alyssa Edwards was like, her genitalia is her name. That was my best Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah, it's like Alyssa Edwards is... it's like her first time being around drag queens. She's acting like she's never, you know what I mean?
But she's Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah.
You know, that's what makes it feel, she should be a judge. I just think it's silly that she's on it if they really want it to be a competition. Although she does need her crown, and Coco can't take it from her this time. KB said, I like it, but this is global. I wanted more deep dives into the non-US seasons. There needs to be an acknowledgement of other cultures in the room, even though everyone has to speak English.
Yeah.
More surprise appearances from judges or hosts of the countries. And completely agree.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Shiva said something that this made me think, which is never great for me. Rue seems very serious during the lip syncs. Is she overcorrecting from laughing too hard at everyone's jokes during judging? Maybe she wants to appear serious and discerning. Is she mad about the lip syncs themselves? Jet lag, coffee enema, etc.?
Maybe her hair? It kind of looks like all of her hair so far was like squished into her suitcase.
Oh yeah, 100%. It looks like she didn't bring the wig person with her.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I mean, I feel like I was taking notice of all of the judges' reactions to everything. Not just like the lip syncs, but even their performances. I feel like everyone is trying really hard to give off a vibe. There's just something so disconnected. And I wonder if that's just because this is a new format and they're learning it. Maybe it'll become a little more natural. Kate T said, do we think that RuPaul watches all of the iterations of Drag Race? There's no way, right? No.
I do not
She doesn't
think...
watch a single episode of any Drag Race.
I don't think she watches anything.
No. And even if she did, she doesn't remember the queen she worked with. How's she going to remember someone she saw on TV once?
Yeah.
Xander, started out good, 50 minutes works for this amount of girls, but the episodes keep getting shorter, and I'm starting to feel like I'm losing way too much of these queens. And as someone who watches this for their job, I love a shorter episode.
Yeah.
But at the beginning with this many girls,
Seems weird.
it seems weird.
I think the main takeaway is, don't know why this is a thing. So thrilled to get to see these contestants and to see a little bit of where they're from and how they interact with each other.
Okay, this one's from Mason. Love the queens, love the whole feel of the show. This has been my most anticipated series, but the editing, towards the end of episode 3 especially, is not giving. That last few minutes was giving, I've got a tight deadline, get it done on Windows Movie Maker. That was great. Thank you, Mason. So thank you, patrons, for your feedback. I really appreciate it, and thanks for letting me steal your ideas, apparently. That was my bad. And we will be back next week. Well, I'm going out of town for a week, so we may be a little... No, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Goodbye.
Hey, fans and friends. You know, like in those Marvel movies where at the end of the credits, there's an end credit scene?
Oh, it's a bonus. It tells you if
it's an
Iron
after
Man
credit
is still
scene.
made of iron.
Yeah, and then it shows them all getting shawarma at the bodega. Listen, that's what this is, except it's not just a scene, it's a whole episode. Take that, Marvel.
Haha, you thought you were done. Well, I'm not talking to Marvel. I love your work. I don't watch Marvel, but I love you. And you thought we were done, didn't you? You dumb, what'd you call them? Fans and friends? You dumb fans and friends?
No, they're not dumb.
Oh, Marvel, you stupid Marvel.
It's called Marble. Marble. Like, oh, I lost my marbles.
Do you lose your marbles a lot?
If I could find them to lose them. You know what I mean?
I don't. Listen, I went to Chicago. Oh my God, it feels good to say that.
She went to Chicago.
It feels so good to say that.
Yeah.
I went to Chicago, and unfortunately, we did a huge episode, as you just watched.
Yeah.
And I got it all edited in a single day. I felt like a superhero, because my computer is what?
Slow.
So I had my brother, my twin brother, from my hit show Twinny Window.
He's a little sad. So she was trying to kick him a little work, give him some money. He won't just take it.
Give him some money. He won't take it. He won't take it.
She has to pretend.
Also, the only other option, since I only have a desktop, would be her to put the clips in. And let's be honest. No.
Although I did a couple of things while you were away, and I have to say, thank you for not asking me to do more, because it was hard.
Listen, you're good at certain things. We're going to find what those are one day. But I'm not going to challenge you.
You heard it here
Your
first.
life is already challenging. It is the challenger of drag. I asked my brother, hey, can you add the clips to the thing? I didn't have time to record
it was 3 episodes
screen record the episode. I couldn't find a torrent for the episode. I was like, so you'll have to record all 3 of the episodes, watch them so you understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he started his new job last week. So he tried so hard. And then it was Friday, like afternoon, and the new episode had just premiered. He's like, my hard drive fried. I was on the last episode. I only had like a few more clips left, and I lost everything. You know what? That was a sign from whoever's up there. I believe it's a hamster. We weren't supposed to have the episode out. So I said, you know what, fuck it. We'll just record episode 4 when we get home, and we can just put it all together.
Wait, Darby.
Because I didn't have a computer.
Darby.
Oh.
Hey. You said it crashed on Friday.
Landed.
On Friday. Do you know about what time? Because Friday morning, I sent him an email. Someone sent me an email that said, open this and then send it on to 9 friends. And I didn't get a chance to
So you sent it to my brother?
Well, yeah, he's like 2 of my 9 friends.
Oh, that's true.
So I sent him that. And then after that, I thought maybe I shouldn't open this link because I don't know who it's from. It was from like USPS 1929 or whatever. They texted it to me.
Yeah, of course. They have your number.
And so I sent it to Grant. And I was going to send it to you, but I forgot because I got distracted. There was a situation with yogurt and JB. And
yogurt?
Huh?
You said it was donuts.
There was donuts. There was also a yogurt situation. Nothing was chocolate. Anyway, so...
She's been very unresponsive the last couple of days.
Anyway, so I feel like...
Honestly?
It probably wasn't what I did.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
If anything, Grant, when he receives any sort of email or a message from you, he laughs, he screenshots it, and he sends it to me, and he's like, look at this fucking idiot bitch. She doesn't know shit.
Wait, so you've seen the pictures I sent him?
Yeah. Well, I told him that I wanted him to see your boobs because I think your nipples are so fun.
Yeah. Thanks.
All bodies are beautiful, women beautiful.
Thank you.
All bodies are women.
I'm sorry for interrupting, Darby. You were talking about Chicago.
Okay.
I've never been.
Yeah, you would love it, except for the weather and the walking. And
I do miss the walking because it was.
Too.
Well, can I be honest? It's so much. You can walk here, but you have to walk a really long time
to go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no sidewalk.
And sometimes the sidewalk where Shel Silverstein, where the sidewalk ends,
he got inspiration from
LA.
He got an inspiration from the valley.
He must have, because sometimes the sidewalk ends.
The sidewalk ends, and then you're just walking in the middle of the street.
In dirt, or sometimes people put rugs
everywhere.
Down. Sometimes people put rugs down, and then they get dirty.
It was Curtis's birthday. Happy birthday, Curtis. And his favorite band, his jam band that he follows around, Disco Biscuits, they had 2 shows at Talia Hall, so we went for his birthday for that because it's his favorite thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
66th show for him.
That was his 66th show?
The second show was his 66th
That makes sense because he turned 36?
I love that question, and I know the answer.
Well, he's like
37.
He turned 37?
Yes, he did.
Okay, 66
37.
divided by 37.
Yes.
Is 2.375. And then you carry the 5. And then you can continue talking. I'll give you my findings later.
Okay, great. We did go to those concerts, the Disco Biscuits. Well, we went to the first one, and I went with him. He doesn't make me go to both of them because he wants me to love my life and live.
The 8th.
So I went to the first one. The air conditioner didn't work.
70.
You ever been in a hot concert hall with a bunch of people jumping up and down on drugs?
Plus 30.
Like, it's hot. But he had a really wonderful time. I gotta say, we were house sitting for like Curtis's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Be careful with that.
Speaking of the devil with the tongue, you know that in the Bible when it says devil has
split tongue,
the split tongue.
Curtis is gonna get a split tongue.
No, but he operates like one. Okay, he's down on this part of me, and he's going. Meanwhile, he's going up at the top or the bottom, depending on the day.
What's he doing up here?
You're the devil.
What is he doing up there?
That's none of my business. We were house sitting for Chan, but we ended up staying with her for the first night. I thought they were leaving the same day we were, but we ended up getting to hang out with Chan and Peter, which was so nice.
Oh, that's so nice. Did they say anything about me?
No, I love Chan's life in Chicago right now. She's living her best life. She seems so happy. I'm just so proud of her. Go support
we
our
miss
girlie.
our girl. Everyone,
I know. I miss her.
Put the comments, where's Chan?
But after seeing her in real life, these last couple times we went to Chicago, and just seeing how happy and
how much better she's doing without us.
I'm so proud of her. Yeah, maybe we were the problem.
We were holding her back.
Oh, that doesn't feel good. So anyway, I had a great time in Chicago. I did want to just point out, I met a few people who liked our show, and thank you so much for saying hi. And each time they did, I got dessert. So a precedent has been set. The bar has been not lowered. It's been uppered to the dessert menu.
The dessert bar.
I was walking around. This is what I was doing one day. I was to myself, I was walking around Andersonville while Curtis was seeing other friends. I said, I have no social battery. I just want to go buy stuff. So I went and I bought a little tiny bean. I buy a bean every time I'm there. You ever heard of that? I go into Nothing Bundt Cakes. How do they make a cake that is so moist even when it's ice cold because it's been sitting in a refrigerator for, let's be honest, days?
Well,
so moist.
So it's because of
and
the
salty,
shape.
Like tears.
It's because of the shape of the
tears.
pan. Who was at NBC that gave you a free?
Okay, I can't remember his name because this is what I do. When I meet people out in the wild, I write down their names because I want to remember them always, but also I want to remember to talk about them. And then I got home and I was so excited that he gave me a free boot. A mini boot. I was so thrilled that I completely forgot to write his name down. I do remember that the person helping me was named Isaiah, but Isaiah doesn't watch our show, so I'm not mentioning your name, Isaiah. You won't hear Isaiah coming out of my mouth.
But if your name is Isaiah and you work, or if you work with someone whose name is Isaiah that works at NBC.
Thank you so much for saying hi. That was so sweet, and thank you for the mini boot. I was buying one for Curtis's birthday, and then I got my own.
I love that.
It pays to talk on camera. And then when we were at Rosemary for our final dinner in Chicago, the food runner, his name is Andrew.
Oh, Andrew.
He brought food over and he's like, I'm a big fan. And I was like, oh my God. Why do you hate Alexis so much? We got really into it. It was super, super cute, super fun, very light. And then, he sent over little desserts.
That's so nice.
So I just want to say, if you ever see me on the street, you have time to go to a Walgreens and buy me a Snickers peanut butter.
Or I'll take a regular Snickers, but in the freezer, please.
Or you just be extra sweet.
Yeah, come and say hi.
Or you be extra sweet. I want to thank you publicly for taking such good care of both my home and my dog.
You're welcome. While you were hand sitting for Chan, I was house sitting for you, and it was a blessing because it's still hot here.
We're having a heat wave.
This week. It's going to be upwards of 100 degrees every single day. So I probably will be sitting in your house a little bit more.
Let's do a sleepover.
I'll probably will have to. I'll probably have to. But yeah, it was lovely.
You had boyfriend over?
Out with JB. Boyfriend and JB are obsessed with each other.
Well, I get that because golden retriever boyfriend. He's got golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
She got a Ring camera.
I got a Ring camera.
And so she
because I'm worried about crime.
Well,
no, I'm not. But I just want
to.
When I do my gummies at night and I'm home alone, I get really paranoid. And I always think someone's trying to kill me. For the first couple days,
I was doing bits.
Backed away from the camera whenever she'd take JB out. She backed away.
I wanted to see what my outfit looked like.
It was
I tried to have a fight with boyfriend, but we're just too in love. We couldn't even pretend fight.
I'll find that footage. Hidden footage, I'll find it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, while I was doing my makeup today, I watched a murder YouTube video. It was this woman, she murdered her boyfriend, and they had a Ring camera in their front hallway. And so it caught her on camera with the knife and with bloody hands, but then it catches all of her standing around and being like, oh, what the fuck do I do now? Don't do that to yourselves, y'all. Get rid of your Ring cameras.
I feel like for no other reason, everyone's gonna get caught if they try to do crime.
Ugh. Well, no. You could do crime. You just got to do it real smart. Okay?
I wish I could go back in time and rob banks.
I wish I could go back in time and not kill that guy. All right, let's get started.
Yeah.
So, Global All-Stars, huh?
Gas.
This is the girl group episode. I was so excited initially for Alyssa Edwards to have this experience because she's never girl grouped. And then I think we realized why.
Yeah, this was a rough one.
What we'll do is we'll go through the groups and we'll also go through their looks as we're talking about it. So I just want to go ahead and say the runway is Color My World. Color My World. Color My World. What's that from? Color My World. Color My World. Color My World.
It was red and yellow.
No,
and green.
Those are colors, yes. But that's not it. Color My World. Is that it? Does it end with
I
Color
don't
My?
know. Are you going to Shazam it?
Hey, Siri. The song Color My World. What is it? Okay, she tried to set the alarm for 6:15. I think I need to work on my diction. There's a Chicago song called Color My World, but is that it? That can't be it. I can't be doing a Chicago song, am I?
Petula Clark, Color My World on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah. Great.
That's really fun.
It's great
She's
fun.
cute.
I love Petula Clark. That's Downtown Girl.
Oh, Downtown. Group 1 is Divibe. It's Soa Demuse, Queen Kong, and Pythia.
I loved the name Divibe. That's so
Divibe
funny.
was cute. I thought it was
Their
cute.
Divibes were Divoff.
Yeah, I thought it was...
It felt like 3 friends.
It felt like 2 different
said,
ideas.
Don't worry about it.
And
just do your own thing.
Was trying to be comic, and 2 were kind of trying to be fierce, but then getting pulled into the comic, and then it wasn't meshing.
I think that's so interesting. I think that's such an interesting thing.
Because they tried to make it kind of a comedy number, didn't they?
Well, Soa and Queen are performers, dancers.
Yeah.
Pythia was like, I'm not. So Pythia, I think, was trying to do a little bit of comedy to cover up her missteps.
Yeah, but it wasn't the order of the day.
But then Queen Kong also kind of incorporated comedy, which I interpreted as trying to pull Soa and Pythia together. Like, okay, she's doing fierce, she's doing comedy, I'll do both. Which she did really well. Unfortunately, fierce and comedy being 2 people's entire personalities is not great. Soa, her verse was so French. If you're lonely, don't be lonely, that kind of thing. So there was no making comedy out of her. She was so far the other direction. She was France other direction, okay? And then Pythia was Canada, kind of French direction, but like in a silly Canadian way. You see what I'm saying?
Goofy.
She brought the goofy, and so I said she brought the lonely.
I've been back on my Duolingo
I'm
French
so
lessons.
lonely. What?
I've been back on my Duolingo French lessons. I'm on day 7. Streak.
Cool.
Just in general, this song, with the exception of the Euro pop, which we'll talk about later.
Oh yeah, this was the Latinx mix.
Well, I just think bad. It was like a dirge. It was like, this song is low energy. They can't give us energy because you gave them... It reminded me of one time, this girl that I knew back in Chicago. Really amazing drag queen. Stunningly gorgeous.
Me?
Even in her early career, this club she was working for asked her to lip sync to Keep Bleedin'.
Bleeding Love.
Bleeding Love, I mean, by... What's her name? What's her name?
Okay, I really don't say this enough. your storytelling is incredible.
Thank you so
From
much.
start to finish, you have every detail down.
She did the what's her name?
I love that.
Keep leading. What's her name?
I know it.
Will you help me out?
It starts with a L.
Oh, Leona Lewis.
Oh, that's all you needed?
And she was going to be there that night. And this poor girl, tried as she might, just was eating it.
Bad eating it.
Bad.
Back
and
then-
Leona Lewis was so sweet.
Back then it used to be bad.
She did
Eating
come
used to
up
be
on the
bad.
stage and finish out the song with her, thank God.
Because she felt so bad.
Because she felt so bad. But you can't be in a crazy club full of people just doing Bleeding Love. Keep
be
bleeding
fair-
by no pop, no beat.
Don't.
Just raw dogging.
Don't.
Keep bleeding.
Chicago Raw Dog.
You can't do that.
Bar Redacted is not set up for performances in general.
No.
Like, it's just the bar's too big. Okay? So I just don't think that you were set up to succeed. However,
Well, the
Leona
point of-
Lewis was so nice.
She was the nice.
I gave her one of my t-shirts. She wore it and posted it on her Instagram the next day.
Yeah.
I felt 100 feet tall.
But it reminded me of that because both of the songs are slow.
Let's talk about Pythia. Come on.
Oh, I loved the
There was
entrance.
nothing wrong with the runways.
Oh yeah, no, the runway was so good for Pythia.
I loved this. The opening was so weird, but it looked finished.
Oh,
It didn't look
Justin Long
crafty.
in that movie Tusk. That's what it looks like.
Okay. Those are her legs, I think.
Spoiler warning, Justin Long
Has
he
legs.
turns him into a walrus.
Turns
by,
who?
The villain turns him into a walrus.
Oh, hot.
Tusk.
And then the evil eye look, I love. I absolutely love
Evil
the
eye look. Yeah. And then the stitchery.
It's all great.
It's all great. There's nothing wrong with this runaway. It's
She's
really good.
Just so good with her looks.
Yeah. Queen Kong in kind of a meh sandwich.
Okay. I've seen the internet. Sorry.
What does it say?
I have.
What does it say?
Well, I see that she's getting a lot of critiques, like you just said. That it's kind of a meh. It's Club Kid-esque.
Here's what I mean by meh sandwich. I like the bread. I'll take the bread on itself, but what's in the middle, not for me.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me think about it. That's a point.
I got a point.
Here's my point. I loved it. I'm sorry. I know. Okay. I get it. You want to reveal, so you want something surprising. And I get you come out in a giant coat and hat, and it's obvious you're going to take it off.
I loved that
And
part.
then you see a drapey little sheet with a bow on it, and you're like, well, yeah, she's going to rip that off. I get that. I get that. But from a club kid perspective, everything looked really cool. I think what didn't work was the silver spray paint. There wasn't enough. You couldn't really see it, unfortunately. But I loved the second look. It's very club kid. I don't know. All of this looked really finished to me. I know I'm an outlier, and I will not apologize.
I'm an outlander.
Did you burp, or was that a laugh?
It was a squeak, but it was a really sad squeak.
And then we had Swa.
I loved the first two.
Same.
I loved the first one.
I loved.
And then the second one was cool. And then I liked the third one.
I liked it. I didn't fully understand what was happening. And the flat, kind of stringy hair took me out of the larger-than-life shit she'd been giving us for the first two looks. The first look is so huge, like that, what the fuck? And the second look is so huge, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So for the third look to be that, and I think she even said, like, my hair is rainbow, like my best friend.
Yeah, that
What?
made me laugh.
What?
That made me laugh.
What does that have to do with the first?
I know. Yeah. Soa has been telling the same hair story, though, this whole season. So
I know.
out of all the flat hair, I like this the best.
I
but-
wish a friend of hers would be like, hey, we need to talk.
We'll be your friend.
Oh, no, wait, she doesn't have any friends because she's so lonely.
Well, she's got the friend with the rainbow.
She's so long. Oh, she has one friend who has incredible hair.
Up next is Fresh Meat, which is a fun name.
Because you get it? Because it's their names.
Yeah, because it's Miranda, Eva, Alyssa,
You got it.
and who's the T?
Hey, little boy, give me your balls. Give me your balls.
Oh, Tessa Testicle.
Was that a good hint?
Yeah, that was a good hint.
Okay, good. I was so excited for Alyssa to have this experience. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Was there a moment where they were lip syncing and there were no words?
Yes.
It sounded like they
like.
switched the tracks on them.
Okay, can I ask you this? I'm so glad you brought that up. It did seem to me like some people got more editing on their solos than others.
Yes.
It seemed to me the last group, which we'll get to, had the best mix in general. Well, no, in this one, Alyssa even had a pretty good edit with her,
like the sound
her verse,
mixing.
the sound mixing.
Yeah.
She had like harmonies and stuff, which
it was.
When I think about it, Pythia had nothing. It sounded like they didn't even put autotune on hers. I think there were some shenanigans.
Yeah, there's definitely been some shenanigans. And then the other thing was, immediately right before they perform, you hear Alyssa say, I was one challenge away from the iconic Read You Wrote You. And then they show the thing with the chairs, and then they do their performance, and then they bring out chairs at the end for no reason.
Well, you know what as a K-pop girl, they were the K-pop group. As a K-pop girly.
Oh, is chairs involved?
They can sometimes.
Cool.
Blackpink, when they do Pretty Savage. In Coachella and their most recent tour, they end with 4 chairs in a line and them doing like a kind of what they did.
It was kind of like
that. It was
that.
kind of a copy of
okay.
Although I think this was filmed before that, so maybe Blackpink copied them. Whoa. I think overall, like Alyssa, what was her verse? What was her? I love her, I do, but it did sound like someone's aunt trying to teach children about math through song. I'm Alyssa, and here we are, and we're gonna do this, and this is...
Go far.
I saw someone tweet out, this is the debut of Alyssa and the girl groups or whatever, and someone responded, can you undebut something?
You know how sometimes stars are
They're just like us?
Are famous for so long that they no longer understand, like, how
other
the
people,
world works because they just have yes people around them all the time. I wonder if that's where Alyssa is. Actually, no, she was always like laughing at her own jokes and thinking she was the best. So, but it's not bad in a Roxy way. It's just kind of hard to uncomfortable.
Bad in a Roxy way?
I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear.
It's the most iconic.
Yeah, but it's because it's strange.
I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here. That's art. That's poem. You ever poem? Oh, so you don't like poem?
Oh, I poem all the time. Okay. I wrote a poem today. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me find it. It's in my notes app.
You're Googling poem.
Okay. Although where she shined was her runway. I loved this.
Interesting.
I thought it was great.
Tell me about it.
She's the sun, and then she takes that off, and she's the moon.
Okay.
And then you think that's very small. You think that's it, but then she takes that off, and she's star.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
I liked it. Whatever.
Cool,
it looks great.
Cool.
It's polished.
Neat.
It's sparkly. It's Alyssa. She knows her proportions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, her body looks great. Of all of the looks she's brought, this was the most beginner drag look to me. I'm sorry, to quote the hilarious Ross Matthews, the sun was crafty. And then she reveals into this moon where, again, the moon looked crafty. And then she reveals into the star, which I thought was a good idea. But again, the star looked crafty. I don't know. I just, what?
The beauty about having a show called In My Homosexual Opinion.
Oh, no, that was Ross Matthews.
I'm at liberty to change and flip it at any point in time. And now that you've pointed all those things out, and I've gotten, like, my eyes on them, I agree with you.
Oh, my God. You're the reason that I'm going to be like Alyssa Edwards. I've got too many yes people around me.
I'm not so much a yes person as I am like a, sure, baby.
As I am a, sure, baby. You sound like a gangster's abused girlfriend. Sure, if that's what you want, mister. Sure.
I would
Did you fart?
No. I didn't.
Did you fart?
No, I didn't. You got a dog right there who ate some pretty gnarly stuff this week.
She farted. JB. I do love that even with her laying here, my first idea was, it was her.
Well, who could blame you?
Yeah.
Sure, baby.
Sure. Sure, baby. Okay, Eva. I loved this. She did.
It was
her name's
roots,
Eva LaQueen. Yeah. I mean, were the reveals incredible? Actually, the last one was kind of cool.
Points I'll tell you what, besides the horns, points for every single one of them fell down and she didn't leave anything on the stage.
Right.
Which I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
Remember, oh my God, she won. And she had that Joshua Naponte 4 Seasons reveal. Look over there.
What's going on today? Why can't you remember iconic names?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Jade.
Jade Essence Hall. I liked them.
Yeah.
I thought they were really cute.
And I gotta say, my favorite looks of the night, Tessa Testicle.
I love Tessa Testicle and the way she looks.
Okay.
There's gotta be something.
Did you see that picture?
Yes. Yeah.
Today?
You reposted it on your story. That's a very attractive human. You just sounded like Gollum.
I want a ring. I want a ring. No, I'm uncomfortable. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that.
She's very hot. There's something about her that does not mesh well with the casts that she has been on.
Well, she's annoying, and that's okay.
Drag queens are supposed to be annoying.
Yeah. You are. I loved every look. I thought the reveals were gorgeous.
The colors
were incredible. And it was 3 completely different looks. I loved it.
I liked it.
I was so impressed. Unfortunately, she was kind of a mess on... Well, but the choreography was simply a suggestion.
Yeah.
To Miss Testicle.
And then poor Miranda...
Don't introduce her as poor Miranda. I'm going to go to bat for Miranda Lebrau, and I'll tell you why.
Enjoy.
I think that Miranda...
I love her. Don't get me wrong.
I think she has a very particular point of view. I think that point of view in Brazil is well respected, but is even seen as like a little off and different and weird and funky. So bringing that here... bringing that to Colombia, that is supposed to be in space, I think. I don't think it translates well, on top of the fact that just in general, she's kind of weird. I think a lot of that is a language barrier, cultural barrier. I think she has a lot of dominoes.
Pizzas
right in front of her.
There's a lot of the girls that...
She's gonna get burned by cheese.
There are a lot of the girls that I think there's a disservice being done to them because of that.
But I think especially Miranda.
But especially Miranda.
And on top of that...
Except this wig is unforgivable.
No, okay, but she's also the person that just a couple episodes ago, or maybe the episode ago, was talking about the disparity
between designers and funds. I get that, yeah.
And she's working on the tiny budget. Anyway, so I think her runways were not like my favorite, but she told a story.
Actually,
that I really loved.
You know, the beautiful thing about this show being called In My Homosexual Opinion, or In My Heterosexual Opinion, is that I'm able to change my opinion at any time, for any reason. And I will say, I love the story this told. You know, I love a fit and flare. You know, I love a ton of fabric. So I agree. This is one of my favorite looks of all time.
I mean, I didn't like the way it looked. But I think knowing what we know about her resources and her availability, I think it's really impressive. And then on top of that, during the performance, yes, she wasn't great. But even Jamal Sims said... I'm sorry, he's so hot to me. I always get a little hard when I say his name. Even Jamal Sims, famous global judge, said, even though you were kind of on your own beat at times, it was kind of like a Mick Jagger thing. It was still like stylized in a way that was fun to watch. And I have to agree. It wasn't great, but I thought she covered her inability really well. Do I think that the show is set up for her? No. And so that's why ultimately
there's issues.
I'm like, go for it.
There's issues with this series
for her own,
that I have
and her health
footnoted for the final episode.
I do feel bad about her health.
Or the one before the final episode.
Yeah, the penultimate, if you will.
Because I don't think this is great. I don't think this is good, and it's not. It's not working for. It's not working for.
I agree.
And you know what I mean.
And we should say it.
The last group is called the Backdoor Gals.
Get it? 'Cause butt.
Yes.
It's a Europop mix. You ever heard of that?
I like this mix the best. This one sounded the best to me.
Everyone sounded so good on it. I heard auto-tune. They really upgraded this track compared to the others. Kitty Nelly, Vanity and Gala. Let's start with well, I was going to say, let's start with someone who wasn't involved in the drama, but they all kind of were. As far as performances go, this group was great.
This group was great.
The
simple choreography, but effective. Everyone was doing it.
That was the thing. Even Alyssa over-choreographed her group. There's a lot of points where this group was just standing still and doing a bunch of strong arm movements. Which is harder to mess up, and it looks striking. Yeah. And everyone sounded great. Everyone had their own kind of shtick. I mean, the person who really outshone, I thought, the rest of the group was Nelly.
I agree. I don't understand
blew me away.
Yeah.
It wasn't until after, I was pulling clips and I rewatched the
clips?
They hit the second tower.
What?
Sometimes when I get overwhelmed and I get lost, I go back to a moment of comfort.
Sure, baby.
The song is about everybody say love. It's everybody say love. But you need to write a verse about someone or something you love.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she leaned into the Pokemon of it all, which was honestly just really funny. The fact that it matched the brief, but we all forgot that was part of the brief.
Who was in briefs?
Exactly. She was so incredible.
She was so good. Her voice is so good. And her dancing is sickening.
She's an incredible singer and dancer, and she was still picked last.
Yeah, she was one of the last picked. I don't understand why. I don't understand.
That's what kind of sets us up for the little drama that unfolds a little later. But we'll get to that in a second. The other performance that I really loved a lot was Gala.
Galavaro.
It was so... I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We're a broken record. It was so hot. It was so sexy.
It was so sexy. Everyone got to have their own character, and I felt like I got to know everyone as an individual in this last number, and hers was so good.
And my favorite part about all of it was very, sorry to Blackpink again, but it was very the Blackpink of it all, in that half of everything they sang was in English, and then the ESL girlies would include the other half in their language, in their native tongue. That felt like the most fully global moment we've had on this show.
Yeah.
Where everyone was just able to put everything on display together. I wish the rest of the show felt a little bit more like that. Okay, let's get into their looks. Again, knocked it out of the park. Nelly.
Oh yeah, she was telling a story of the ocean, like the coral reef, and then the jellyfish, and then she was the queen of
Dory.
Oh, then she was Dory, and then she was Nemo. We found her. Yeah.
I loved this. I had such a positive reaction to it. After her incredible verse and dancing and seeing the judges go up for her, I was sure she was taking this whole thing.
It didn't, yeah.
Galavaro, Frida Kahlo.
She did a Frida Kahlo moment. I loved these reveals.
I did feel a little bad when she did the pink reveal. You could kind of still see her first reveal.
Oh, but I
liked out. And then
it.
you could also see the next reveal coming. I'm just saying it wasn't as smooth as the others.
But it
was cool.
But I liked that you got to see where they were going.
Her body, let's be honest.
No. I like that you got to see where they were going. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. It's like slits, but up the side, and then there's the peak of the color underneath.
It was really impressive.
I loved it.
Then we had, I think, what might be the most chaotic of the entire night, which was Vanity Vane. Now, as far as her performance goes, I'm going to be honest with you. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
She did Dick. I thought she danced well. She looked beautiful.
Yeah, she has that wig again, which I love.
That was the most safe performance I've ever seen. I'll say that. I'll say that.
And then she did the different flags. She did a lot. She did like 12 of the flags.
Okay. I know it. I know what I'm about to say is controversial, yet cowardly. You know how I feel about all these flags. It's so much. And it's so many different colors. And what is the rule?
Traditions are beautiful to keep. Like we still do, some of us still do Christmas, some of us still do Hand on Heart during that song. Traditions can be beautiful. Flags were originally before the internet so people could know what you were about. Do you understand? And now that we have the internet and we have all those filters we can put on our Facebook profiles, you don't need the flags. Do you understand?
I thought I was the person who was 40. You bringing up Facebook profile photos?
Well, I don't have Facebook.
Listen, I can hear your voice, faggot. I don't need the rainbow to tell me. But we are all of us, and I say this, all of us is what I've always said. We're all looking for our place in the world. And if a flag helps people come together and feel represented, then absolutely we should have
sure.
it. I'm not saying boycott the flags.
In a parade.
There's so many, and there's so many different colors, and the colors, Duke, the colors, and also no one steams their flags.
Darby.
And that is something that makes me very anti-gay, anti-flag.
Darby.
Anti-voting.
I'm having a significant thought. We should create an IMHO flag.
If you want to make an IMHO flag, then you better just design something that's going to be covered in your blood. Because I swear to God, I'm never, ever leaving a flag in this house. Unless it's the American flag.
It's not for inside the house.
Upside
it's for above,
down.
It says it's for above the house.
But all the lines are like tiny, cute little red cartoon
And there's
people.
a blue one in the middle.
There's a blue one.
Thin blue one in the middle.
Thin blue and lining.
Did you see that MAGA is having a fashion show? A fashion.
That's the thing. Okay, that's what I think of when I see all the flags. Anyway, I just find it so boring and I find it so odd. But I'm glad that people are able to. It doesn't matter.
That being said,
yell at me.
I liked her. I liked the yellow.
The only thing I liked was the final look.
I like the trans flag gown.
You think?
Well, I like the trans flag.
Well, that's the one thing I will say. The trans flag's the best flag. It has the best colors, the best color palette. It's just gorge.
Boom.
It makes Eureka O'Hara look like a drag queen. I love it. Yeah, I'm sorry, this really bugged me. It was too much.
But when she put that little scroll out from her hat, that was funny.
When she was like, oh yeah, you want to know what all the flags were? I love a sight gag.
Yeah.
Okay, you ever heard of one?
Yeah.
You ever seen one?
I am one.
And then finally, Kitty Scott Claus.
Kitty Scott Claus.
Now.
Kitty Scott closet space, because those dresses are so small.
What?
I love her though. I thought she did so good in the girl group challenge.
Okay, let's start with the positive. I think she's a great performer.
I think she has a great voice.
I think she has a great voice, and I want to watch her when she's on stage.
And it made me want cheesy chips, or in America we say cheese fries.
Her verse was funny. Her voice is great. Does she perform? Does she dance like accurately? Not all the time. Not all the time. She's a little frantic in her movements, and it can be a little distracting, but I think it works for her. That said, what were these reveals? What was this? What was the idea?
Let me look.
What was the idea?
It was a night out, and she was picking her outfit. That's second one was hideous.
Lazy though. It's a reveal runway, and your reveal is, I'm gonna try on different clothes.
Yeah.
And then the wig, to be a reveal thing, and she's revealing into all of these basic dresses, and you have this wig that looks like it has a reveal underneath, and then you don't do anything with it.
Yeah, it wasn't as dramatic as, say, Untucked. So let's go ahead and talk about it.
I love it. You know, we'd mentioned earlier that Nelly was feeling very discounted. She had specifically mentioned Alyssa and Queen, but she was just talking to her team members, and
they were trying to pull it out of her.
And she was just letting off some steam, let's be honest. It can't feel good. And then for her to do so well that she's in the top, and then to come back and have Alyssa immediately be like, You were in the top? I say it set her off, but it set her off in a very classy Italian way. So she just kind of cacio e pepe back and was like, yeah, I think everyone underestimates me, which I think was a very valid thing to say.
Yeah.
Especially since they had just said it. And
they had watched her. I'm sorry, how did you watch her performance, hear her voice, and think, oh, that's definitely the bottom? Like, there must be something going on.
And so then instead of it being about what she said, it became about her saying everyone, and they got into the semantics. And when you're in an argument with someone and they start arguing semantics, it means they've lost the argument. They know that they're losing, so they're trying to distract you. So everyone's like yelling at her, who said it? And in Nelly's defense, like,
It's a feeling I get,
and I don't want to name names because, like, that's not productive. Like, I just want to say, please stop discounting me. Everyone's yelling, you said everyone. You said everyone. I think Vandy was in the bottom, so she was just really pissed. And she was using this as an excuse. So Soa and Vanity both walk off.
Well, there was the sort of valid argument of, okay, so you are in the top, why are you so upset, and why are you making this about you? But
because they immediately
did. So from what we saw, from what was on the camera,
it's reality TV, none of it's real.
It looked warranted, and she didn't go as hard as
No.
Maybe some other drag queens would have.
Not at
so
all.
It was pretty tame.
It was really tame.
And the reaction to that seemed a little bigger. So I wonder what was going on, what we didn't see.
Yeah, because Queen, in her talking head, Queen Kong called her a cunt. Kitty told her to shut the fuck up. There were some strong reactions.
It didn't seem...
That made no sense.
Yeah, it didn't seem balanced, but there was probably stuff we didn't see.
Vanity was the craziest to me. I'm sorry. Not crazy's the wrong word.
Because of all the flags.
The cuntiest. She had too many flags, and I think she lost
her mind. She needed a white...
She needed a white flag.
If Nelly had a white flag, maybe everyone would have known that she wasn't meant to be angering them. You know what I mean?
It was, although, can I say this? I saw all the backlash on Twitter before I watched the episode.
Yeah.
And when I watched the episode, I was like, is that it?
Yeah.
It was so anticlimactic.
And none of it warrants any of the queens getting hate.
And all the queens have apologized and
yeah, this happened 3 years ago for them because this show was filmed before
in 1998.
The last 7 seasons of Drag Race.
It's just it was frustrating to watch as someone who, as a TV viewer, we have the pleasure of having 20/20 vision.
Nay, the privilege.
We can look back and go, oh.
It's 2024.
There's just like, no, I'm saying 20/20 vision, 2020. Hindsight is 2020.
Darby.
Hindsight is 2020.
Darby, look at me.
I'm saying that we had that hindsight.
Darby, look at me. Barbara Walters is no longer with us.
She was a bad woman.
Well,
she was just a
woman?
You didn't see what she did to other women?
No, I know.
You see what she did to Britney Spears?
Of course.
Did you see what she did to Britney Spears?
What did they do to her?
But if we're going to talk about 2020, all we talk about is Hugh Downs. Hugh Downs was a beautiful old man who didn't hurt a fly because he couldn't lift his arms towards the end.
Is Hugh short for something?
Yeah. Huge dick. That's why I liked him.
Huge down there.
Huge downstairs.
Yeah.
Bring him back to life. We have an idea. Hugh, you're gonna be huge.
Hugh?
Okay.
Oh, he's dead?
So we go back to the stage. Kitty Scott Claus wins.
Congratulations.
I know that we're watching a TV show, and TV shows have to be produced. But the problem with a lot of Drag Race, recently especially in current times and histories, we can see the production. We can see the strings being pulled.
Yeah.
That is not fun as a viewer. I know everything is predetermined. I get it, we're Calvinists here. But I just hide the strings.
And why is there a global when there's already versus the world?
When we have World War III next year, we're not going to call it War of the World number 2. We're going to say World War III. Okay? Don't get creative.
Actually, we're going to say...
I'm out. Bye.
Because we'll be dead.
Yeah. Listen, if a war ever breaks out...
They're coming for us first.
I got to be honest, I don't have the fight in me. I don't want that.
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
I have a little fight in me.
I don't want that. I've lived a long 21 years.
Kind of like my right hook. Excuse me. The trick is I do it with my left hand. Mm-hmm. We love Kitty though, so good for her.
No, I mean we do, but it makes it hard. Those are the things too about obvious production things. It shows those queens in a bad light, even though it's not their fault. It does a disservice to them. So when you keep a girl too long, a girl that should have gone home a long time ago, and she keeps getting saved and keeps getting saved, you really start to hate seeing her on your screen.
Yeah, and then you start to hate yourself.
And hey, if you can't hate yourself, how are you going to hate strangers on television?
Thank you.
Can I get a RuPaul?
If you want to see more of us hating strangers on television, join us, subscribe. And hit the notification bell.
So the bottom 2
God damn it.
Are Miranda and Vanity.
I get so excited.
Miranda, I completely understand.
Because of my segues.
Vanity makes 0 sense to me.
Yeah.
Unless, if they had given her a lot of bad notes about the reveals, maybe I could understand. They seem to be laughing through it. They laughed through her verse. They laughed through her little reveals. I didn't get it. Who would have been in the bottom with Miranda if it were accurate?
Well, Pythia, right, was in the bottom?
Her runway, I think,
feel like her runway could have saved her.
Yeah,
Tessa's runway was too good.
Yeah, maybe there wasn't a good choice.
Maybe they should have just gone by group and had the whole first group in the bottom.
I think what they were trying to do is show like every group had a strong one and had a bad one. And I unfortunately for the last group, I don't think that's true. I just don't think anyone bombed in the last group. So I think Vanity being the bottom, which is really, really strange.
Yeah.
They do a lip sync. Listen, Miranda Miranda is not a dancer. She is in an immense amount of pain, and I gotta give it to her.
She puts a smile on her face.
I was so impressed.
And a nose on her nose.
Yeah, she put a little clown nose on. Queen's talking head. She was like, she put a nose on. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm entertained.
Loved it.
Yeah, she tried to do little comedic elements. Again, do I think it related to the audience that's watching the show versus how a Brazilian audience would? No. A little disadvantage there. Unfortunately, though, Vanity's just... Not unfortunately, though. Fortunately, Vanity's a great performer.
Yeah, Vanity was really fun. I mean, they were both fun to watch.
When she
Vanity,
puts on that slutty blonde hair, I'm in. I want to watch that little horde jump around. Jump up, and get down. We say goodbye to Miranda. Miranda's goodbye was so sweet.
It was so sweet.
It was the best time of her life, and her exit line was...
She stole this from you. I can't believe she did that, but I respect her for it.
I sent it to her. I said, listen, I don't think you're going to go home because I believe in you so much.
Yeah.
LOL. But if you need an exit line, here it is. And of course, that was, I will bring flowers in your funeral. Hilarious. I will bring flowers in your funeral.
Yeah.
I'm going to start saying that. Instead of saying goodbye when I get off the phone, I'm going to say, I will bring flowers in your funeral, and I'll hang up. And then my doctor's office will call back and say, well, will we see you on Tuesday? I don't understand. I went to get my teeth cleaned today.
Stop throwing it in my face that you have insurance.
Oh, I went to get my teeth cleaned today. And the lady who cleaned my teeth said that I had no inflammation and that my teeth looked really healthy. I know. She did say that I could get a whitening kit from them, and I was like, I know my teeth look bad. Shut up.
Is that when you said, I'll bring flowers in your funeral?
And then I said, I'll bring flowers in your funeral. She gave me a whitening kit. I'm not going to use it, though, because my teeth are already... Perfect. You can have multiple colors, and you only want one color of tooth. Okay.
What was the runway theme? Colors of the world?
Yeah. And I've got multiple colors in my mouth.
Red and yellow and green
and brown and little bit of tan. So that was it. We've done it. 4 episodes. Thank you so much, everyone, for checking back in with us after that first fake out.
Join us in 4 more weeks. We're going to do the next 4 episodes.
Can't wait for that. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye. Do we have to do another credits chat since technically we
already... to? You mean get to?
I'm going to take it back.
Sure.
Do we get to do another credits chat since technically we already got to do one?
Oh my god. You know, it's going to be really exciting and special if we skip it. So let's do... I'm just kidding. Of course. I'm so excited.
Oh.
I love talking. I love doing that. And we talk to each other. And that's so important.
I was going to say something. Oh, I know that I was wearing a veil in the first 3 parts of this.
That bit lasted.
But make no mistake, I have still not been paid.
Oh.
Because I said I wasn't going to do drag until...
Right.
You understand?
I paid you today.
You did. But it's all gone already. But only because of bills.
He always takes your money. Oh, and also just an update for me, if you want to know my update. Okay, I've come to terms with this. And for those of you who use internet or computer, you probably have felt this way. I don't know why I make it so hard on myself to, well, you know how you say you're bad at money?
Yeah.
Same.
She just has more.
I have more to waste because I have a husband who has money.
Yeah.
Sometimes when he works. And that time is now.
Yeah.
The computer I use to edit, y'all, it's bad. It's really old, it's really slow, and I have a really, really hard time getting stuff done in a timely manner.
You have to turn it on. You have to wait for it to have its morning coffee.
You do.
And then you have to turn on what do you use, Final Cut?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to wait for that to heat up. You have to you can't make direct eye contact. You have to kind of shuffle in and you never turn your back to it and you have to say, excuse me, can I please edit for a little bit?
Yeah.
And it'll say, sure, baby.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes in, it'll throw itself out the window.
I haven't edited this part at time of filming, obviously, but the first part of this episode, it was 3 episodes. It was a long edit in general, but it shouldn't, well, I'm not going to say it shouldn't, because it did. It ended up taking overall altogether, and I didn't even do the clips or anything like that, 10 hours. And I would say 5 of those hours were me just waiting or me having to restart the computer or me, like the amount of time I'm sitting and waiting. And that's one of the things, like, thank you so much for your patience it takes forever to edit in this current.
We should call our fans doctors because they have so much patience. They have so many patience.
As long as you're not calling him Dr. Kevorkian. Because if you lose your patient, they'll make a movie about you.
Do you think the porn version is Dr. Kevorkian?
And he kills you with his cock.
Dr. Jorkian.
And you say, I have a terminal illness and everything hurts. I'm just so tired of living. Well, then I guess I'll have to dick you to death.
She has to do that to turn the computer off when she's done editing.
She's gone. Anyway, all that to say, I'm ready to make the financial, well, not ready because I don't have the money, but I'm going to make the financial investment of a brand new computer, laptop, so I'm not chained to my desk. I have to say, moving to LA and then working from home doing this, and because it takes forever to edit, I'm very isolated. I feel very lonely sometimes. So I'm going to invest in a really nice, expensive computer.
We can go to the mall. You get to edit in the food court while I walk around.
Or you can go to the mall and work there.
Huh.
So I've been looking into it. It's going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it. The new MacBook Pro, like M4 chip thing comes out in a couple months. So I am going to try my best to wait for the sales of like the M3 chips because I don't have a whole lot of money. But the goal is to get a computer where I can cut my editing in half. And then we really can work on these other fucking projects. There's multiple things that I have that we have filmed that I haven't even touched because...
Like all the finales and all of Italia.
Well, we do have 2 finales that we filmed that I haven't touched. There's a live show I've never tried to do because the footage was so large to import. There's things that hopefully will start to get done. If you have a couple extra computer dollars lying around and you want to like buy IMHO's computer, you just write to our Venmo at IMHOtheSHOw. And then I get computer and you get content.
Episodes faster. Yeah.
And it was honestly this episode, like what happened with this episode, that I had to leave town and because I live in 2004, I couldn't bring a laptop with me to edit. So I had to get Grant to do it and he doesn't have like exactly the right laptop either and he has a job. And I'm just like sitting there thinking like, I'm having to walk you through how to do stuff on the computer for me. I'm having to walk Grant through it and I should just have...
That was stressful. And I don't think I did them right.
Good.
No, I think I did them right. It was stuff like, how do I email?
Was this so boring? You hear me talk about the computer? I'm sorry, y'all. I just want...
No, I feel like they're getting a double credits, chat.
Oh, fuck!
This episode is what? Gonna be 4 hours long?
18 hours if I do it right. I want y'all to know what's going on because I want y'all to know that I'm not...
We're not just like dicking around.
I'm just, yeah.
I mean,
And like with Patreon stuff too, there's just like... I would love to do extra little stuff here and there. And I'm so... It was really nice, though, that when I asked you to do something really simple on the computer for me, you sent me an apology. And you said, I really didn't know how bad it was.
Yeah, I didn't know, because
It's so bad.
I just, I never, ever... I hope I never have. I never, ever have cared or said anything about the times which things happen.
No, you don't care about time.
Because I understand, like, all the work she does is so much. But I got some insight into, like, whoa, this could take so little time. It's taking forever.
Yeah, it's a bummer. So hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have that solutioned.
And maybe some other things.
And some other things in your mouth.
Everyone, write in the comments what your Halloween costumes are going to be.
Oh, yeah. It's September.
Can I tell you?
Did you use any of those bath bombs I gave you?
Not yet. I didn't have time for bath.
What?
No.
You were here and you didn't use a single Halloween bath bomb? I bought Halloween bath bombs.
No, I'm going to use
them.
I'm going to use them, though. I'm going to use them. I was talking,
Well, that's never good.
I was talking to my boyfriend, and he was like, we were talking about something, and he was like, I'm like Rumpelstiltskin. And I was like, well, that's our couple's costume for this Halloween / Christmas card. He's going to be Rumpelstiltskin, and I'm going to be the other girl.
Oh, I was like, wait, if he's Rumpelstiltskin, who are you? I thought maybe you were going to be the wart on his nose.
I do like sitting on his face.
Oh, my God. Goodbye.